Hey, give me a beat. Like subliminal, lyrical, rap megastar, cynical. Here's Johnny Cornette Lamar, Jungle Jack, son of a TV star. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm hearing those jungle drums. Used to hang around with chimpanzees. What is his gimmick? He's a homeless bum, poo flinging, swinging in the trees. He's gonna sit in one of those little kid seats. Jungle Jack wanted to use broken glass, real glass. The medical staff said, we don't think you ought to do that. This is where this fucking clown's head's at. Lil Jack got his panties in a bunch, so it was brought to CM Punk. He said, we don't do that on Saturday night. They're going to Wembley. He grabbed him by the goozle pipe. Real glass. You dick lick. He did not punch a person. He choked one little nitwit. Curly-headed, entitled little prick. What'd you think he was gonna do, dipshit? Ride me a river. Mine for wrestling of a slug in a sewer. You're not a TV star. You're tired. What the fuck? He looks like a minor. Jungle Boy sucks. 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 Don't run your fucking yap. Don't fuck around and find out. Jungle Jack, what, you gonna do something about it? Yeah, apparently. Oh my God, he grabbed me. Tony ended up firing his biggest star. Punk should send Jack off a Christmas card. Look in my eyes, what do you see? CM Punk to the WWE. What's Jack Perry gonna fucking do? Tony, fire the fucking little goof. Arrogant knob, indie nitwit. Here's your contract, Jack. Rip, rip, rip. Tony went, he made me mad. Send him another check, but don't let him come back. Jungle Boy sounds fake and like a dork. Runs and hides because he doesn't like to talk. Homeless Jack living in a box under an overpass on cocaine, shot into space. Jack is slapping himself in the face. He's ready to get butt fucked by Sonato, the Cucamonga Kids, Mr. Okada, and the independent legal team. They get through a bucket of Vaseline. Hey, scapegoat, Nanny Goat, Billy Goat, Rick. Hey, Sweet Chin Music, you're a fucking kid. Hey, he caused the thing with CM Punk, which he did. Hey, this place is a joke. You're a clown, and I quit. Hey, he's got very feminine hips. Hey, he might look good in a bikini, bitch. Hey, Jesus, I'd want to snatch him around the neck. Hey, bland, boring, mumble mouth dreck. Hey. Jungle Boy sucks. 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 Look at all this shit that he directly caused. Punk doesn't have to put up with these children anymore. Hey, scared for his life. Hey, scared for his life. Punk can still be on our show. The incident at Wembley. Oh no. Hey, scared for his life. Hey, scared for his life. Yo, VW. Yo, VW. Step this way. Step that way. Step this way. Step that way.
Jungle Boy is a bellend.
Get a Life is brought to you by Foot Locker, America's most complete athletic footwear store where it all begins.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause you love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, hairline. I have Paul London imitating Aubrey Edwards. You want to watch that video? You want to watch?
First war games
Yeah.
I got to be part of, got to be my team.
You got to win the match, pin me.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, you didn't even need to pick for, oh my God.
I didn't know it was you.
JD took this crazy RKO. That's it. We're done, guys. Let's go. No,
There was more.
no, just like you had to.
Yeah, Hogan must pose.
Oh, man.
I tell actually other wrestlers this who are like starting to come up now. Just assume nobody knows who you are. And that's really the key to being a pretty good wrestler is just assume somebody in this crowd, not somebody, because it's actually a guarantee. If you're performing in front of 8,000 people, I guarantee you at least 50 to 100 people who are there don't really watch wrestling, maybe don't even know what wrestling really is. Just assume aliens are here from another planet and they don't even know what they're looking at. If you assume that, then everything you do will be coherent. You can't take it for granted that they know who you are, they know your storyline. I'm just sitting in the crowd and then you come out and you have to kind of let me know what you're about, right?
Yeah, right away.
Even for me, especially because I'm on a pretty hot little run as a good guy at the moment, my music will hit and I'll get this really loud, like, ovation. I'm like, wow, they really like me.
They know who I am.
Yeah, I'm like constantly surprised because I assume 0. And then I have to work to get them to 100. But if we already start at 50, I'm like, oh man, this is going to be fish in a barrel.
Yeah,
we only
good.
got to go from 50 to 100, but my goal is always to get them to 100.
It's back up, bitch. I'm a pop star. I'm a pop bad ones. If you wanna ride, hot Bugatti fame on. I ain't gotta try. Pack it up and move on. Hunter on the rise, loading up a bow gun. You can see me in the streets with my rays on. I'd be like, dating ain't for me, but he's handsome. How do you see a couple guys at the same time? I've been trying to figure out the name of my star sign. I feel it in the beat like, wow. Do you wanna hang out? No. You can catch me at the basement show. Like a Malo when I say so. So I'm a pop star. I'm a pop bad ones. If you wanna ride, a Bugatti fame on. I ain't gotta try. Pack it up and move on. Hunter on the rise. Loading up a bow gun. I don't play guitar. Music on my PC. Hands above the bars. Good to be alive. 300 in the bag. Never trust no one. I'll be on the rise. Fire like napalm. You can watch me go to space, but you can't come. I'd be like living for the gram and the income. How do you know a thing about what it feels like? I've been out you looking this good with my hands tied. I'll take you there. I'll get
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2.
I'm looking better in a lamb. You know my BBL is French.
How's it going?
To the hand. I'll rat you out and send your
We're almost
asses
ready,
in
Lodge.
hand.
Let's go.
I'm a pop star. I'm a pop bad ones. If you wanna ride, a Bugatti fame on. I ain't gotta try. Pack it up and move on. Hunter on the rise. Loading up a bow gun. I don't play guitar. Music on my PC. Hands above the bars.
Who's ready for PWT run-in show?
Never trust no one. I be on the rise. Fire like napalm.
Who's ready? We're live. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another eclectic edition of actually a PWT run-in show. My
Baby,
goodness.
learn Meltzer Inferno.
We did it last night. We had an amazing live show. We smashed our super chat goal. I said, hey, let's set another super chat goal. And if you guys reach that,
I'll do the run-in show live, the preview show live. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to get right into things. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show from the sticks, from the storms, from the cellular phone, kissing me through the phone, my girlfriend, Awful Wrestling. Hey, how's it going?
Dummy.
Guys?
Yeah.
Awful, you with us? He is here, chat. Maybe he got offended. I called him my girlfriend. Maybe he doesn't like that. It's all good. It's all just in good taste and jokes. But Awful is here. We might have another person joining us as well for this preview show, this mega epic preview show. And so yeah, we're gonna get into it. Awful. I don't know if you can hear me or what. You know. If you're here, awesome. If not, feel free to chime in. But yeah, we're here. We made it, guys. We're doing the preview show like I told you guys we would. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, sorry, just off screen here doing some stiff. All right, and no audio. And can you guys hear me? You can hear me, right? Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, testing 1 2. You guys can hear me good? No, yeah, yay, no, yes, no. Let me know, chat. Off to a great start, Phil. C, you guys loud and clear. Oh, okay, good. You sons of bitches. I couldn't tell. Awful though, there's something going on with him, but all good. Either way, he'll come in or he won't. And yeah, let me just check. They have all this edit mic settings and stuff I haven't looked into. Okay, he mute himself. All right. Anyways, guys, yeah, great show last night for 5. Dick Adams. Dick, what's up, buddy? Not a great start to a show this time, but it's okay. We're totally fine. We have Awful phoning in, Meltzer style, because he's off in the sticks there, and hopefully he's not like entirely blanked out, you know. So. Okay, guys, I did want to take a gander over her. As you guys can see, man, we have these cards. They actually added a match or two to a couple of these, so I'm going to pull up the Wikipedia as well. And as you guys can see here, we have these 3 beautiful cards we got to go over. We also have an AEW one, okay? And you know, I have to go see Superman in a bit, which I'm excited for, right? I think it's like a day early on the Superman action in my case. So I'm excited for that. And we're going to get into that. And we're going to preview this card. But first and foremost, before we do any of that, okay, it is time for flutes in the motherfucking chat. Because it is time for everybody's favorite segment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week. And this just in, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
This just in, we have confirmed that Dave Meltzer fears PWT and flutes.
There you go. You heard it from the AI lady's mouth there, right? So, yeah, StreamYard's working whack right now, dude. I don't blame Awful if he can't get in here, honestly, or whatever's going on. It is fucking weak on this StreamYard today. It was giving warnings too. It's like, hey, our new update has problems with like Chrome and this, and it listed like 12 things. I'm like, well, fuck, that's amazing. You guys rule, don't you? Anyways, Anthem Sports Group President Carlos Silva spoke to JohnWallStreet.com about his plans to grow the promotion as it receives increased exposure from its partnership with WWE. Dave Meltzer had this to say. TNA Wrestling is hoping to secure a new media rights deal. Anthem Sports Group, Carlos Silva spoke to John Wall Street about his plans. I'm actually not sure why this is in here. This is just Dave doing some good old reporting. I mean, the picture's kind of funny. The picture's kind of funny. if it's not glitching out for you guys. Awful, what's up, my dude?
What's going on? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. For some reason, my mic was fucking up. I'm not really sure what's going on. Hopefully, I won't sound like a robot and all the other dumb shit.
No, just like you're working at a Burger King drive-thru or something. That's all.
Is that what it sounds like right now? I mean, what do you want, motherfucker? Fries with that, motherfucker? Surprise, motherfucker.
Well, I need a milkshake, and you back up from that microphone, dog.
All right, I'll back up from the microphone. Hold on. How about now? Do I sound better? Okay.
Way better, yeah.
All right.
Okay. So here we go. Dave Meltzer had this to say here, or Brian Alvarez had this to say. So this is actually a Try and Brian moment here. You're just in time. So WWE is reportedly still planning more counter-programming attempts against AEW after this weekend. Alvarez was told that if you think WWE learned something, or maybe they decided counter-programming isn't a good idea, no, we've got more coming. At any time, you're going to hear about the next WWE battle versus AEW. The next counter-programming attempt, we'll be hearing about that very soon. So what does he mean by, if you think WWE learned something, what the fuck do they need to learn?
Nothing that I know of. It's business, baby. I mean, this is what happens when you pretend that you're the number one company in the world, and you're actually number 2 or 3 or 4 in some circles. And you've awakened the bear. And now, because remember, it wasn't too long ago that Triple H was a bald asshole, and that the WWE was, what was it, the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Exactly. And the bald assholes comment. And,
yeah. Let's not forget about the scumbag sheets that he used to be a part of. I mean, Coach Tony K, he wrote some scandalous list. So.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Okay. So I think I just adjusted your mic on my end too, and it sounds super crispy clear. I'm super pumped you can do that now in StreamYard. And if
awesome.
you could before,
thank God. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you could before, I'm just a redact and didn't realize you could fucking do that. So that's amazing. Anyways, though. So great point though. And speaking of number 2, we're about to number 2 all over this All In card once it comes up. But, I'm convinced Brian Alvarez hates him, is what Meltzer said. What the GOAT says here. Let's take a listen to this clip as Try and Brian can try no more. It seems with Dave Meltzer and his buffoonery.
Nick Aldis said on Raw last week.
Oh yeah, they said teams against. That's right.
Okay,
teams from all 4 brands. Yes.
He said it's going to be a 4-way match. So they weren't added to the 4-way.
Why didn't he just announce their damn names last week? They didn't have to do anything to get in there.
Well, they did an angle for tonight for.
I know, but they didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but they
just had a brawl. They got added.
So they shot the angle. Yeah, so that makes sense.
I mean, but shooting an angle, Dave, is different from why are they in the match? There was no reason. So he could have just added them last week.
I love when Brian starts saying something that Dave just, what? Oh, Brian, Tony Khan. He just starts getting all high pitched and like, yeah, you know, Brian. It's so funny.
Angle.
So Dave, I'm asking if this is real. Okay, hold on.
They've been doing this in wrestling for only 100 years.
I don't care about booking. I'm talking if this were real. Okay, if this were real.
It's not real.
Dave is exasperated.
It's not real, Brian.
Yeah, he was like,
Brian,
all right, whatever.
Brian, this shit is fake, Brian.
This is just waiting for some brawl to break out to add this team.
That happens in wrestling for the last 100 years. That happens in every promotion known to mankind for the last.
We are looking at this in 2 completely different ways.
I am not. I'm looking at
fine, whatever.
I'm looking at it as a pro wrestling, and
I'm sorry. Can I say this on the air? I think Dave and Brian are working when these mics are off.
Yeah,
they must laugh like little school children, like we got them. Because I don't think this is like it feels like it's a put on. Because remember, their subscriber base is going down. They're not as popular as they once were. So let's do a little bit of banter going on. Kind of like what me and you had planned to do today. But I'm too friendly.
Yeah, well, listen, man. My whole thing is this. I was debating this a little bit with MJ from NJ today, and it's like to me, he's just entering lolcow territory, right? Like I brought up how, Brendan Schaub, if you make videos hating on Brendan Schaub, you get more views than Brendan Schaub's podcast does. Joe Matarese, for instance, he's a lolcow. When he goes live, he gets 3 live viewers. If you make a documentary about how Joe Matarese is a lolcow, it'll get 300,000 views. You know what I mean? So he's entering that territory where he's just spiraling. He's at the peak of the fucking roller coaster. He's on his way down and the ride's about to end,
Think he's conscious of it?
I do think that there's a bit of, because everybody who does this internet shit knows, and awful, there's a bit of they get off the air, and I agree. They might chuckle like, oh, that's going to upset a lot of people. And then they just move on. He's not sitting here dwelling and stewing over this disagreement with Brian. He knows it's just going to get him clicks. He knows that we're going to play flutes over here and laugh at it and shit. But at the same token, I think they're genuinely arguing. I think Brian genuinely is just tired of fucking, he tries to go, well, Dave, what about Brian? I think he's just getting tired of that shit. And Dave is saying here, he's like, no, I'm just looking at it as like a wrestling observer. This is what he's trying to explain. He doesn't even have a word for what he's trying to say.
As if it's pro wrestling and,
so if you're Adam Pearce, you were just going to wait till two people got angry with each other?
How many times do they add matches while the show is going on and you would go, oh my God, there's no main event?
He just added Sol and Zarya. They didn't do anything either.
I don't.
And you asked about that one.
I don't know. Why would they? That's why I figured they were going to shoot an angle on NXT. Then they didn't. Then the first thing when they announced it was like, wow. Wins and losses don't matter at all because the last time Sol and Zarya wrestled, which was last Tuesday night, they lost to Izzy Dame and Tatum Paxley. So it didn't matter because whatever, I don't know how they'll announce it, or how they'll make sense of it, but it obviously doesn't matter. It's just, whatever.
We've got a battle royal for the title shot.
Brian's so fed up.
Moving on.
Oh, I love it, dude. And it doesn't matter. Dave is right. But again, the whole wins and losses thing, just when he brings that up, it's so funny because it's like, all right, man. And I know he's kind of defending WWE there, but it's like, come on, dude. Tony fucked that up worse than anybody, and you never say that about him. Red Velvet got a dud from Dancing Dynamite Dave in Arena Mexico. So Red Velvet had this really super botch-filled match we watched clips of on this show with I forget who in CMLL, and they had a Ring of Honor pure women's tournament, and the winner is to face Red Velvet, the ROH Women's Pure Champion, at Super Card of Honor this weekend in Texas. We're not previewing that card. Maybe we'll breeze through it, but now that whole shit has to be shifted around, and there's a new main event or a new main match of that tournament or something because Red Velvet's out, right? She hurt herself in this Mexico match.
Right.
Dave Meltzer,
isn't Red Velvet the one who would always botch the moonsault?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
She couldn't do the standing moonsault.
Just checking.
Yeah. And I keep saying she needs NXT like a year ago. It's way beyond time that she gets the training she needs. But she is stepping it up and she's putting the work in. But again, she gets hurt. And Dave Meltzer said her last match took place in Arena Mexico at Fantastica Mania on June 20, where she defeated Kira in a match. That Dave Meltzer rated a dud in the June 23rd edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, calling it the worst match he'd seen all year.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious mania.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastica Mania.
Sesquipedalianism mania.
Yeah, like what the hell?
So
can that even fit around the banner of the ring?
I don't know, dude. It just goes in one circle, then restarts. But yeah, dude, he called this a dud. He said this Red Velvet match was the worst one he's seen all year. She fucking hurt herself, and now this tournament sort of just fell apart. That Deonna Purrazzo's been tweeting to people, well, make sure you watch me in this commercial, and I'm climbing the Empire State Building, and I'm in the ROH Pure tournament. And then the champion gets fucking hurt in Mexico. Like, why is Tony Khan sending his champion to Mexico to get fucking hurt at Fantastica Mania? Yeah.
Redacted. That's all I got to say.
Exactly, man. It's so silly. But yeah, Dave, we're highlighting there. He's being critical of AEW a little bit, and he's defending WWE a little bit. So even though we call Dave a dumbass, I still point out where I feel he's being genuine, or maybe that's the work, maybe it's all just a ruse. But Dave Meltzer says Raw looks to have done its lowest numbers ever on Netflix for the 6:30 show. We'll have a story up after calculating everything. And then I'm like, Dave calculating things on this fucking computer. So what do you make of Raw having like its lowest rating, and then pretty much you saw all the sheets simultaneously try to take a victory lap? Awful.
Isn't it funny how because I was wanting to know the numbers. So what wasn't it like? What was it? 2.4 or some mess? Like 2.4 million people watched.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, I thought we were going to get a drop off at like, oh my God, Raw did its lowest rating ever at 1.3.
Yeah.
That's kind of newsworthy. But they just did the lowest of the year. Compare that. Well, see, I'm not even going to compare that to AEW because there is no comparison.
Yeah,
But-
don't even.
I mean,
compared
come
to like
on
what it
now.
was doing before Netflix.
Yeah.
It's so silly, man.
It nothing needs to be said about it except that Dave Meltzer reported it. He seems excited to report it.
Well, yeah, and he had this big write-up, and everyone was on it. Like, everyone jumped on it. Also, everyone jumped on, like, TNA did that interview with Carlos Silva of TNA did that interview with John Wall Street. Then all of a sudden, like, Thurston has a tweet out going, like, John Wall Street is good friends with Nick Khan, who is an investor. So it's like, who gives a fuck, man? Like, why do you care? And what does that take away from what this guy's saying about his
Right.
company?
Inside baseball. That's all it is. Like, oh, let's just break the seventh wall, the one where nobody pays attention to us. We're going to talk about the inner workings of the business.
I'm glad your fucking co-host Pollock could jump on that and fucking react to that. Jesus Christ. But Pat McAfee, so Dave Meltzer floats this out there, and this is why I think Meltzer's a piece of shit, is when he, like a genuine piece of shit, is when he does stuff like this. So McAfee has reportedly not showed up to work in WWE because of less salary. So, okay, he's not no-showing fucking shows. We got to just change that vernacular right there. But Meltzer suggests McAfee is making $17 million per year outside WWE, and WWE does not even pay him a fraction of it for commentary and putting his body on the line in matches. Since McAfee also... Yeah, well, that's, I mean, we'll touch on that in a sec, but since McAfee also has a young kid, he has taken a break from WWE, but as per Meltzer, McAfee might be completely gone from WWE. Now, here's my problem with this. Dave, you're talking about people's bank accounts and shit like you fucking seen them, A, and B, McAfee's only ever been in it for the love of the game. He's always made money outside of wrestling. You think he was wrestling Adam Cole in NXT doing fucking moonsaults on Bobby Fish or whatever, like you think he was doing that because for money? It wasn't the love of the game. Fuck that, man. That's craziness. This is what it is, man. It's summertime. He wants to hang out with his kid. McAfee's always had the ability to say, I'm going to come to work at this time. I'm not going to come to work at this time. Definitely money's a factor when you're traveling around. But, bro, for Dave to like, oh, he's not showing up because he didn't, he's not making enough money over there. It's like it's not about even the money. So that's such a dumb thing for Dave to even
when you have less dates to do a broadcast, you get paid less money. It's just as simple as that. Yeah. I mean, if the man was scheduled to be on Raw 52 weeks a year and he was only showing up at 20 of them, it's a whole different ball game. But we're talking about a guy who apparently just has a little child on the way, and he's the second biggest, richest mark in wrestling next to Tony Khan. So you're exactly right. He's doing it for the love of the game. Like, he doesn't have to be there. WWE might be pocket change for Pat McAfee.
Yeah. He's just doing what he loves to do, and it's fucking summer, and he's like, I want to take this summer off, and I bet WWE knows that, and Dave is just speculating.
Yeah. Anybody who's a big fan of wrestling, I know I would take the money. I know you would, and anybody listening would take the money too. Like, hey, you want to do a broadcast of Raw for, hey, $17,000? Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
So,
100%, man. And like
Yeah.
Dave doesn't understand. It ain't about the love of the game. This is what I'm saying too. Like his
Right.
whole mentality is all just about the money, but then they try to project that's like some WWE shit. We see everybody touting like, oh, the 3 million gate, and oh look, there's a whole bus with AEW on it. And I tweeted out like, so corporate bullshit is all good if AEW's doing it, but not if WWE's doing it.
Exactly.
Great.
And when those numbers dip down to almost to non-profit, or excuse me, no profits, I mean, Dave's got nothing to say on that nonsense either.
Yeah, dude, and we're talking about like motherfuckers who go to AEW and it's like, I love wrestling, bruv. I love me some graps, bruv. The real pro wrestling, the love of the game, bruv. I'm gonna work 4 days a week, bruv, and take 8 million and just, you know, go to 11,000 seaters and there's 1,200 people here, and it's like, okay, is that really?
McAfee was somebody before professional wrestling. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and he was making money outside of it, so he's not, he's making all those dates for the love of the game. But shout out McAfee and fuck Dave Meltzer for that stuff. Dave Meltzer has this to say about WWE seeing Nikki Bella as a bigger mainstream star than Rhea Ripley.
Of all the people that are on the show, okay, do you know who the one is that they're sending to Good Morning America and they're sending to
Nikki Bella?
Nikki Bella, yes. So of all of the stars that they have, the one who they think is the biggest mainstream is not Rhea Ripley, it's Nikki Bella, which I'm not arguing.
Well, maybe they also think that she's got the most experience doing things like this because she's done like 75,000 TV shows.
So is Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's done 1 million interviews. It's not
1 million interviews. No, that's not the same as the things that Nikki Bella's done. Hosting, okay, could Rhea Ripley host Barmageddon right now? No. You know, there's no way.
Right.
Could she host that hot dog eating contest? No, she doesn't have that like sort
Nikki
of
Bella hosted
mainstream
Nathan's.
appeal. What's that?
She hosted the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yeah, whatever they did on Netflix there. This is a big reason and people aren't talking about this. This is why Nikki Bella's back too. I'm talking about it all the time, but fucking Netflix has they have a big interest in Nikki Bella as well. Nikki Garcia. They had her hosting the big hot dog eating fucking contest they had where the two top guys ate against each other, whatever. She hosted that, and that's why she gets in TMZ. That's why she's on Regis and Kelly or whatever, or Seacrest and Kelly, whatever the fuck that show is called now, right? Like she has that crossover. Rhea Ripley does the morning news, and Dave's conflating that with Nikki Bella's like Netflix, like her connections with and her talent agency and all that shit.
You can't say that. I just thought it was interesting, you know, whether it means that they couldn't get Rhea Ripley on the shows or they just, for whatever reason, felt that Nikki Bella's a bigger star to the mainstream. But I would have, well, you know, when you get a chance to be in front of like the big mainstream things, I would always push out the, you know, someone who's going to be there.
You didn't push out anybody, motherfucker. Listen to this guy.
But,
like he's never booked shit.
I thought it was interesting picks.
And here's the thing too, he's just talking out of his ass. So I respond to this and I say Nikki Bella was going to fight a tag team champion in a singles match and is now in a battle royal as a backup plan. Rhea Ripley was always slated for the women's world title match and will likely win. And I threw this out there, likely win, because they're going to do some shit to shock everyone. Now I'm starting to lean towards we're going to get AJ Lee back. They just uploaded her thing on the Vault, like the history of AJ Lee or whatever. And she teased it the other day. I just think that's too many coincidences for her to not show up and like at least be on commentary or come out or something. I don't fucking know, but what WWE's trying to do with Friday Night SmackDown, Saturday shows, Sunday and Monday Raw in Texas, by the way, they're just trying to do shit to steal headlines. So each show, you're going to see something where we're like, holy fuck, you know, Santana's
exactly,
win the
Phil.
TNA. Yeah, and then it's just going to drown out all the chatter about AEW All In. That's the plan.
That's the whole thing, Phil. It's not about Saturday. It's not about Sunday. It's about that Monday. Back to work. Everybody's back online or whatever the hell they're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to see I said this on Tuesday. They are going to have the surprises within the confines of the Evolution show so that each hour or whatever, I actually think that AJ's going to be there, but I also think people like Awesome Kong might be there. Gail
That'd be
Kim
cool.
might show up. That's what I'm saying. Like these things that people are like, the women aren't gonna, they're not drawing or whatever, or people never really
5,000
wanted
tickets
this.
sold.
Right,
5,000
right.
tickets to an all-women show? Come on, man. That's a
Yeah,
W,
yeah.
dude.
That's very good. And if AEW did that, I'd be thinking the same thing. Like it's a great idea. But the main crux of this whole thing is just like, while a lot of people may not watch the show live, they're going to get some surprises that will compel them to watch what happens next in WWE, and conversely, not watch what the fuck happened on Saturday with AEW.
Right, and think about it. All In is going to be like a 10-hour show, and what headlines come out of it? Oh my God, Giovanni Vinci showed up in the Casino Battle Royal. Oh man,
Right.
Hangman finally dethroned Moxley, which we've all been waiting for, and we've seen this match 400 times already. Oh man, Edge came back. You know what's going to happen? Oh, Jack Perry,
Darby.
the lights went out, and Jack Perry kicked this guy in the balls. That's going to be the headline that day. Meanwhile, WWE on SmackDown, they're going to have like Punk run out during a Cody Rhodes segment, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God. And then they're going to have and then on Saturday, they're going to have like Goldberg win and then Seth cash in. And then all the Twitter chatter will be about that. And then at Great American Bash, they're going to have like the TNA title switch hands or something. So everyone's talking about that. And then on Sunday, they're going to have like AJ Lee's there. And like you said, maybe Gail Kim. And then they just steal all the headlines. Then on Raw, they have they already announced Gunther versus Penta in a match for the world title, which is fucked. So they pretty much stooged that Goldberg isn't leaving, unless that's the work by advertising.
No, wait a second, bro. I thought that was a house show that was happening on either Friday or Saturday. Or
I thought they announced. I thought it was announced for the Corpus Christi Monday Raw show. Chat can look that up though, because but that could be the swerve though. They could have announced that knowing like, well, Seth's going to cash in on Goldberg, and it's going to be Seth versus Penta too. From last week, we just had that match and they jumped him. Well, I know you might be shitting on that, but it makes sense because like his boys jumped him and shit. So Penta's gonna want to get revenge. I don't know. Listen, all I'm fucking saying is this: WWE is gonna do a bunch of shit to steal headlines, and then something on Raw, they're gonna go crazy on this Raw to just make sure that none of the internet chatter and none of the chatter is about AEW at all. What can AEW really do besides like? We signed Brock Lesnar. Realistically, what could they do? Exactly, and you just laugh at that because it's like, what could they do to realistically steal the headlines away from this weekend?
I said the same thing, bro. I think I said it last year on my predictions. I said anybody short of Stone Cold Steve Austin showing up at Globe Life Stadium, it's gonna be a bust. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see.
So this guy here, E Pluribus Unum, says, what ratings were y'all watching? And the mere fact y'all comparing AEW to WWE's development show is crazy. And Meltzer says, tell Vince that. He's the one who made the decision. Tell WWE that. They were the ones who made the call to switch NXT from developmental to first counter ROH and then AEW and insisted it wasn't developmental anymore. You need to let the company know how mistaken they were.
Wait a second. Cody Rhodes went on a pay-per-view and smashed a Triple H-like throne. That, everybody listening, that was the first shot, okay? There was nothing beforehand. Then Triple H made mention of AEW being a pissant company. That was the second shot. I've got this all on record. But yeah, Dave Meltzer is a tool. He has no idea. And tell Vince that man's fighting for his life against some broad. So we can't tell Vince that, Joker.
And then this guy here responds and says, NXT was on Wednesdays starting in 2014, 5 years before AEW is even a thing. Meltzer's own website in 2018 reported that NXT was coming to TV in 2019, rumored to be on Fox. That was also long before AEW was announced. AEW is always the victim. It's true. Tell Vince that. That's so
like it's he is a real slick mouth motherfucker. Like you do not want, like you don't really want to have a beer with Dave Meltzer at all. Seriously,
he's the guy
make you smack.
Yeah, I always say it, dude. Like Tony Khan is, I could like sit and have drinks with him probably all night. It'd be hilarious. Someone like fucking Dave Meltzer, I could not sit there and talk to this dude for an hour. It'd drive me nuts. So Dave Meltzer says Raw looks to have its lowest numbers ever. I'll have a story. What blah blah. We read that before. This person here, Dylan, says they had an HGTV show going up against them. Holmes on Holmes. Holmes family renovations or whatever. Fucking beat Dynamite in the second hour. Awful. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That made them lose at least $1 million. So chalking it up to HGTV, Meltzer says, the comprehension impaired student raises his hand.
I'm throwing the beer in his face.
What did this HGTV show do that night? If it did an 0.20 or better, I'd have mentioned it. So again, he's talking about the key demo. What's funny is that it's the same key demo that conveniently wasn't on Tony Khan's quarterly chart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude. So, this guy's name is funny. It's a lonely gaff. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Why don't autistic people make behaving appropriately and predictably in social situations their special interests? So hey, Meltzer said what, folks? Okay, so Dave Meltzer says, responds to this tweet here of this guy who says, I mean, no disrespect when I say this, but could you point out some of the successes? And Meltzer goes, it would take, and about AEW, the successes of AEW. Are you guys ready? He goes, it would take me all day. Business, $2 billion valuation. No, wasn't it Dave who gave it the $2 billion valuation? Yeah. What the fuck, Dave? You're the this is shit you invented. Oh my god, man. It's like when he goes, I predict Amazon will add 30% pay-per-view buys, and then all of a sudden a story, and then he writes a story, reports Amazon will do, AEW pay-per-views 130,000. No, you just added 30% that you made up out of fucking nowhere.
Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
So he says 2 billion valuation. And here's the thing too. I don't know if any of you redax out there watch fucking Dragon's Den or Shark Tank or whatever it's called in whatever Koala's Corner or whatever fucking country you're in. I don't know. And I love these shows personally, okay? And a valuation is, I could value PWT right now at $4 billion. It doesn't mean that's what it is. So Dave continues, 6 months into the most profitable year of any non-WWE wrestling company in history. The most profitable year, man. Do you believe that? 6 months into the most profitable year. Do you think they made $1?
They haven't made 1 penny. I think you said it yourself, Phil. The amount of money that they just got on the All-In pay-per-view or the All-In attendance could pay John Moxley's goddamn salary
for the year. Yeah, Edge for the year or whatever. Yeah. So he says with only 1 pay-per-view below 100K and 2 over 200K. I do not believe any pay-per-view went over 200K. I am fucking Meltzer.
He slid that in there, didn't he?
Bro, 2 over 200K.
They'd still be dancing in the rain on that shit if that were the case.
Oh my
what were those pay-per-views?
Dude, you won't name them because it's just invisible 30%. He keeps adding 30%. Like he keeps just adding it every pay-per-view. Oh, an extra 30. I mean, with the $10 credit Amazon's giving out, that should add another 30% buys. It's fucking insane.
Typical adding interest to things.
I just want to see here, like, the UFC pay-per-view buys. I just want to see, like, are they even doing in the 200,000s in 2025? Like, this is what I mean, man. You can't gaslight people like this. The fucking Ozzy Osbourne retirement pay-per-view probably sold more than.
Yeah, that was all over the internet that entire weekend. So.
Yeah, and there's no fucking AEW shows that are blown up like that. I'm just trying to see numbers, guys. I don't fucking know. Listen, I think UFC does like 300,000 buys and shit. AEW ain't doing 200,000. Then if it was doing 200,000 buys, Max would add a button that says buy and watch for 50
Yeah,
bucks
paper,
on
right.
fucking, and then they would just put the pay-per-views on there. It wouldn't be on Amazon for 50 bucks with a coupon code or whatever for $10 off your next fucking
Right.
Idris Elba movie purchase or whatever. So consistent top 2 to 5 entertainment shows for the week on cable. No, it's not 2 to 5, Dave. Or maybe, I guess, but when he says Fox News, are those not entertainment shows like Gutfeld and all that wacky? We're comedy news guys.
Yeah,
So
right.
he always says Fox News, but that encompasses like 6 shows all the time. He
And
just
not
lost
to
the
mention, Phil,
Yeah.
not to mention the difference in ratings between the number 3 program possibly and AEW is at least 1.5 million people. Like, give me a break. Fox News, they're averaging like 3 million people. Whatever hot programming other than AEW, they're way far and beyond the ratings that AEW gets easily. Like, they're a top 3, and they are. They would be top 3 or top 5 or whatever, but the disparity in the ratings is too massive.
Hey, awful. I'm the number 2 wicker basket carver. Wicker.
Yeah.
I don't even know weaver, basket weaver in Nebraska. What does that fucking get me? Like, that's what I mean. The 2 to 5 entertainment shows. Okay, but Big Bang Theory's reruns are getting 1 million people watching them. So, like, what does that mean?
Right.
Where does that rank in overall shows on the week? It doesn't even make sense. Tons of awards related to top talent. Tons of awards related to top talent. Dave, you mean the fucking awards that you invented and gave to them because they're your favorite wrestlers? Tons of awards from who? From you, dude? Holy shit.
Even Pro Wrestling Illustrated gives these guys a plaque of some sort. You know what I mean? What's he gonna fax them? Fax them their certificate. Hey, dude, you got feud of the year, dude.
I give them a free month of the subscriber of the Observer.
I bet
Jesus Christ. Related to top talent, best show, promotion of the year, largest promotion of the year. You said that. No one else said that. You just made that up, Dave. Largest paid attendance in pro wrestling history, largest non-WWE gate ever in the US. Largest gate ever in Europe. Largest attendance ever in Europe. Fastest Las Vegas sellout. Several $1 million houses. Lots of mistakes and learning lessons, and they turned business around when people wrote them off. And like, how did they turn it around? This is all invented of a turnaround. They're just looking at these quarters. But if you look year over year, it looks like shit. And so what's going to happen after this quarter? You're not going to see Tony Khan drop charts like that because you're going to see a tank again after All In. And saying it's turned around is insane when you're doing residencies in Chicago and you can't even sell out the 1,000 tickets for the fucking Dynamite after All In when you used to go to Chicago and do 11,000, 12,000 fucking people. That's not growth. There's no growth anywhere except for in your fucking I guess the amount of Just for Men you need to fucking use, Dave. And
the growth is happening in his underwear.
Yeah, exactly, dude. While you're watching fucking Osprey do 1 minute rope walking spots with Blake Christian and shit. And at the end of the day, Dave, you're just utterly ridiculous. You made all that up yourself. Disco even says it, tons of awards. How can anyone take this seriously? Exactly. Like, you give the fucking awards. Dave here. So Dave says this. I give one award, best box office draw, and I have a major hand in another. The Shad Gasper John Huber Award, which I'm guessing you have no clue about to begin with. Everything else is voted on. If you were an honest person, you'd apologize, but I'm betting you're not. See, these fucking narcissists, man, they just want you to apologize. They all do that. Apologize to me.
Apologize.
You little sandy bitches. And then, like, everything else is voted on, by a bunch of marks that you fucking influence. The only people that will tolerate you in 2025 vote on this shit, Dave.
Yeah,
and
he makes it seem like it's a 3 million, people poll. It's 700, 800 people max voting on this.
I think it's less
shit.
than that now.
Yeah,
I think it's
probably.
the numbers have been falling off every year. Pardon me. And he also influences these people. Like if they're following the Observer to even get one of those, hey, do you want to vote on our things? Then you're obviously influenced by this fucking idiot or align with the minority on how, like, what wrestling is. So the awards are meaningless. Like, that's at the end of the day, Dave. It's like if you got 300 Christians in a room and we're like, what's the best religion, guys? No Muslims here, you know? So Disco says, could you explain how your newsletter awards are a tangible metric for success? It's so true, dude. Shayna Baszler has, so this is what Dave had to say. This is how fucking dumb is. Dave doesn't understand how independent contracting works. He says Shayna Baszler has reportedly not taken a job backstage in WWE, despite being listed as a producer for Kalani Jordan versus Lainey Reed on Tuesday's NXT. Baszler is said to have been an agent for other matches in NXT, not just Jordan Reed. However, that one was the first that has been reported on. So what are you even talking about, Dave? So Dave says the story was made out to be bigger than it was. She has been at NXT tapings. She has agented other matches, but this is the first one to come out. But it's not like she's taken a job as an agent. She's doing it since she's around and they've asked her. So Dave, so she took a job as a producer and a fucking agent, you stupid idiot. What is wrong with this man, dude?
Dave Meltzer has never heard the word interim before, ever.
Oh, man, I really don't fucking understand it, dude. He's just sitting here like spurging out. Dude, it's insane. He's like, so she's agented and produced matches, and she produced that one that came out, but it's not like she has a job producing matches and stuff. She's just there producing matches and stuff. What the fuck, man? That's how independent contract works.
Exactly.
What is your problem, man? He's never studied the business. He's just spiraling. So in our last fucking clip here with Dave Meltzer, Meltzer said what says, after missing out on getting to go to AEW All in Texas, Dancing Dynamite Dave has his fangirl heart crushed when he realizes that WWE have once again foiled his plans for a CMLL family road trip by running SummerSlam the same weekend. So here's him crying about SummerSlam being on the same weekend as CMLL.
I mean, the one thing, you know, like Takeshita and you know them, and you know, there's Mexican teams that they could put together easily from CML, Mystico and Máscara Dorada easily. By the way, I oh my god, between the fact that I'm not,
oh my god,
like look at her butt.
He's such a valley girl.
That's it.
He is, man. He's just a fucking Southern Cali Valley girl, dude.
Because of WWE, you know, because I can't do it too much in one weekend. I'd miss the WWE shows, so that's fine. I mean, it's going to be like that forever. I get it, but on August 1st, they have Mystico, Máscara Dorada, and Bandito in a 3-way. And Tijuana, and Ultimo Guerrero against Mortos.
Oh my god, dude, it's hilarious. He's like, oh, I can't believe I don't get to see this because of TK O'Brien.
And I was just like, I'm going to Tijuana. And then I'm going to Tijuana. I'm going to go to San Diego for the weekend. I'm going to take my kids. We're going to spend 3 days in San Diego and go to Tijuana. And, you know, my kids would, you know, at least my son and my daughter-in-law would absolutely love Tijuana wrestling. I mean, there's not even a doubt in my mind. Plus,
yuck.
Did you hear him talking? Did you hear him talking about when he said that, like, oh, that John Cena CM Punk neck breaker spot was so bad? I've been doing dance lessons this last week. I started dance lessons. This is what Dave said last week. Did you hear this?
No, I did not.
Dude, he said, I started dance lessons last week, and I mean, that neck breaker spot that Cena and Punk did at Night of Champions, it was so sloppy, like amateur class. I mean, I've been doing dance lessons, Brian, and let me tell you.
When did they teach you how to do a fucking hip toss and dance lessons?
Dude, he legit said this last week. I'm not fucking joking. It's insane, bro.
What dance lessons do you think he's taken?
It's called the Meltzer Inferno, dude.
Learn, baby, learn. Meltzer Inferno.
Is Mortos to begin with. So
his daughter-in-law's favorite wrestler is Mortos.
And then
Cap.
You know, my girlfriend informs me and just goes, "You do realize that SummerSlam's the second and the third, and we can't go."
So Dave doesn't even know when SummerSlam is.
And it's just like, God damn, this WWE, they're running so many big shows, and I can't go. I can't go for 3 days to San Diego. I was like, I mean, I was okay about this one, you know, because I'm gonna get to watch it on TV and it'll be great, and WWE will probably have a, you know, I believe that the Sunday show, no matter what the attendance is, I believe the Sunday show is going to be a hell of a show.
He's trying to, no matter what the attendance is for what SummerSlam, are you implying it's not going to be a sellout or something? Like, what is he saying? I don't get it.
So, because it has to be, because the women are all going to have a chip on their shoulder, you know, partially over the fact that the attendance isn't good. So,
evolution. Why is he acting like 5K is a bad attendance? Why doesn't he call out AEW when their pay-per-views do 5K?
I mean, I know that they're going to put on a hell of a show, so it's fine. But man, I know SummerSlam's big, but man,
Where's he talking about SummerSlam? What a Confucius fucking old coot
Confucius.
another weekend show in Tijuana.
All right, very quickly here.
Alvarez is like, what the fuck are you
Again.
talking about?
Brian is like moving the fuck on. Forget what
Well,
was just
ladies
said for
and-
like the last 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This just in, we have confirmed that Dave Meltzer fears PWT and flutes.
What the hell?
that was Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Awful. I know that you have to jet for a little bit. Am I correct on that?
Yes, and we all know why. We all know why. So
well, if you need to pop in a little bit, I have someone else rotating in a moment or in a little bit here, I believe, anyways, as well, who's going to join us.
Me?
But
send me in the private chat. I'd love to know.
It's your boy JJ White Heat.
Oh, okay. What a scrub he is. Don't have him on. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, we competed on Awful Jeopardy, and I got my ass beat, so I'm going to punish him on this show.
You know what he did? You know what JJ did?
What?
He took advantage of my naivety. Naivety? Yeah, naivete. He knew that as soon as the question, or excuse me, the answer on the Awful Jeopardy board showed up, he was going to hit the button because I didn't have the settings placed, whereas where it's just like there's going to be a time limit on when you can hit the button.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Awful.
Yeah.
For real. I was waiting till the whole question was read before I hit the fucking thing. So like, I'll come play again if you want me to, but like, I take my licks like a champ.
I told you we'll have another round for you. We'll have a more modernized version. But I
put me against other losers. Put me against other losers is like a wild card.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Do
Tournament
that, man.
of losers.
Yes. So then that can be a wild card winner advances because I can take my licks. It's no problem. But yeah, dude, I swear every time I hit the buzzer, someone else was already buzzed in. There was times where I wasn't letting the question finish and I was fucking clicking it. Yeah, and it was not going for me. And then the one that I actually was the first on, I didn't even know the answer. I just clicked it as fast as I could. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't fucking know, and I got it wrong. So it was terrible. I appreciate you having me on
problem.
that, though. Yeah. And
Thank
I'll come
you very
on
much
again for sure. And I appreciate you coming on this. And if you want to run in a little bit later on the run in, you are more than welcome to do so.
Immediately after the ratings videos drop, yes, excellent. I will be here. All right.
Excellent. Okay, so guys, make sure you check out Awful's ratings videos at Awful Wrestling on X, at Toonie Wrestling on YouTube as well every Tuesday night. And yeah, his ratings videos are coming, so make sure you guys go and check that out on his socials. Anything else?
No, bro. I will be back. Thanks. Peace for the chat, by the way.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, that was awesome having Awful on. I know he's a busy guy. Just appreciate him coming on, and he'll be back on in a little bit. George Capture for 5. Checking in with chat now for a bit, and then we're going to preview some shows. I do have to go see Superman in like 2 hours, so I don't know. We got a lot of wrestling to preview here, and some matches being added. So we'll take our time, I guess. George Capture for 5 says the best thing that AEW has is that Darby wins the Casino Battle Royal and cashes in at the end after Mox wins. See, that would be really cool. I just feel like we're going to see something similar. But if Darby came in, here's the only problem with that, though, George. The whole fucking Battle Royal's built around MJF and your boy Mark Briscoe. However, that could just be like that could just be the through line to get them to that next match between them. I think that would be the move, is you have someone like Darby return in the Battle Royal. He wins it. He just shows up near the end when everybody has the shit kicked out of them. He comes out and he just goes crazy. Splash, senton, coffin drop, running flip onto the guy on the chair in the outside. Coffin drop, double coffin. He just hits moves on everyone like a whirling dervish, and then he just fucking pins whoever. 1, 2, 3. And then Darby gets out of there and then like relatively unscathed, like he beat himself up more than anything. And then, yes, Moxley beats Hangman and we're all like, what the fuck? And then it's like a brawl. Everyone's fighting off. Like everyone's out there. Osprey's brawling the Bumbleclaw Club. And we're like, no way, more of this same bullshit. And then boom, Darby comes out, coffin drop on Mox. 1, 2, 3 takes the belt. You go into the new era. That I think that would actually be money. That could save All In if they did that. So that is great fantasy mark booking on your end there, George. Fabio El Fabio for El Sanko says vacuum just arrived at my house. I didn't order. Thank you so much, Phil and PWT, because it's obviously from you. Man,
Are you sure about that?
Apparently these companies will do that now. They'll send you some shit from Amazon, right? Like some other third, like they'll get your information type shit. They'll send you something from their company on Amazon for free. You use it, then review it. Then you go on there and go, oh, I got this. Like they know if you get it free, you'll go and give like a 5-star review, and then they can shill more of these things or whatever. Also, Amazon's messed up and shipped things incorrectly before. Companies have done that. It's not unheard of. But yeah, what's starting to happen more and more now is like you'll get sent something, and then it's so that you use the thing and go, oh, I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm curious. I'm going to look the product up. So I'm searching it up because I'm like, why did I get this thing in the mail? And then you might give it a review, or you're just like searching it and getting it in the algorithm and all. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's not like a scam, but it's like sort of a bot way to get your views and searches up, I guess, or something. I haven't looked into it too much, but yeah, I've heard of that happening more and more now. Sleuthing Reddit and shit. But a vacuum cleaner, well, that really sucks. Yeah, well, that really sucks. I worked for Kirby Vacuums for like 4 days. Hasn't been over, but the Moxley would probably retain. Okay, so total snake oil salesman style, pretty much. Yeah, we have Ricochet. Oh, I wish I read this to Awful. I'd have loved to read this to Awful here. But Ricochet is responding to WWE TKO want to continue holding shows on the same days that AEW are holding shows so that they control the talk and momentum online. So you guys hear this? WrestleVotes Radio, Backstage Pass. You have to pay to get in to fucking watch that or listen to that, right? Except for Phil's been saying it. Right here on YouTube, live, every show. Been saying that. So you guys listening, stealing my shit? Or you just fucking catching up, right? So we can see here. I'm just going to go off on this. We're freestyling now. WWE TKO want to continue holding shows so they can control the talk and momentum online. Oh, you mean like what Phil Mark said? Oh, my God. Fucking crazy. Then look at Ricochet. He goes, bitch move. That's a bitch move. Bitches. Bitches. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about sorry, guys. We're gonna start with NXT, the NXT card, and I'm just gonna have like a dual thing pulled up here. Oh man. So let me see. I want to pull up Wikipedia as well because they have added matches on the fly. On the fly MacGyver. Okay, let's check it out here. NXT Great American Bash 2025 card. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Okay, so we got it right there. So yeah, I think that's about all the matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have 5 on here. 1, 2, 3, 6 on here now added. So let's hydrate, shall we? Let me chug down some coffee. It's a run-in. JJ Alexander will be joining us on the show. Awful's going to run back in as well here on the run-in. So Wikipedia needs to update their shit. Any of you wiki warriors out there? Yeah, Great American Bash is going to be a great show. All in Momentum will be halted when the pre-show is a nonsensical 12-man tag. I'm working on it, still sitting here in this up. Yeah, it's no rush, man. Just do your goddamn thing, you know? I appreciate you checking in with chat. Chugging coffee, slurping. You guys are probably not disgusted at all by those sounds, but fuck it. Okay. So the Great American Bash is going down, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play some breaking news for our first Now, I don't lock in my picks until the day of the show, right before. I'm going to lock in picks on Saturday, but I'll give some picks here, just some early thoughts. We have Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans. Jasper Troy won the first season of WWE LFG. He's been a great hand, had great matches, thrusted right in there with Obafemi, and he's been living up to the hype, man. He's been taking the ball and running with it. Him and Javon Evans are in a cool little feud that's been going on that they've been doing a good job of getting over really well. And I think Jasper Troy gets the big win here over Javon Evans to really put him over the top into the next level, right? Because eventually Javon Evans and him can duke it out for the NXT title or whatever has to happen. But for now, you know, Javon's sort of playing that role Trick did for a minute. You guys remember when Trick he slid down the card for a bit and he like lost that match to Eddie Thorpe and everyone thought they were burying him and then he came back and now he's like TNA champion and on a heel run and shit. So that's what Javon Evans has to do. They're just showcasing like he's finding his dark side. He must go to the dark side and let the hate flow through you, right? So he can try and overcome Jasper Troy, who's just going to be too much of a beast, you know? That's my prediction anyways. This was just added. Ricky Saints versus All Ego Ethan Page for the NXT North American Championship Falls Count Anywhere match. That's going to be awesome. I predict we're going to see like some fucking big slam off of a stage or some shit, you know, through the tables, whatever. So they cover each other at the same time, or like Ego just gets his hand over Ricky Saints, right? It'll be some bullshit like that, but I think Ego's going to retain, and I think Ricky's going to get fast-tracked to that main roster. Now, I know Ethan could be set for that as well, but I think him being a piece in this whole TNA NXT stuff and him being in that TNA championship picture and NXT championship picture again isn't far off. Now, maybe I have it backwards, though, and the move is And maybe or not backwards, but maybe the move is not call Ricky Saints up right away, but have him go on to fight Oba after this match, even though he takes an L here. You know, he fights his way up, and then by the next PLE, he's ready for Oba somehow. He wins a number one contendership match or something. And I just think I just could see Ego walking away with this belt with like a, not even really a fuck finish. Like Saints will spear Ego off of some shit, but Ego's hand will be like on top of Saints in the rubble, and then the ref will count the 3, you know, but really they're both dead type thing in Minecraft, right? So in the NXT TNA title match, it says contract signing. So on this PLE, they're not having a match. They're just having the contract signing between these 3, because this is the main event of Slammiversary. Okay. I thought that, well, I don't know why I thought that, because I knew this was the main event of Slammiversary. So I'm a fucking dummy, chat. Give me a dummy real quick. Yeah. Where is
Dummy.
it? Here we go.
Yeah.
So a contract signing, we will all be thoroughly sports entertained. I'll say that much. And don't be shocked if Dark State get involved and just beat the shit out of all of these guys, and then I'll boo the fuck out of that. NXT Great American Bash, we have Sol Ruka, the North American champion, taking on Carmen Petrovich. Am I fucking right about that? Yes. Izzy Dame, I'm so sorry, with Tatum Paxley. All these blondes look alike. All these blonde bitch, they look alike. So I'm doing this hooah. And she's got blonde hair, and I'm like, you look like the last one I threw away. Oh, they're like a dime a dozen. But but yes, Izzy Dame, and she will have her girls in the corner, or her girl Tatum Paxley in the corner. Which again, man, they ruined the whole GG fucking Shotzi thing they had going on, but all good, I guess. And yeah, Sol's gonna soul snatch and win this one. I don't think they shockingly switched the title to Izzy Dame right now. In the tag team match at the Great American Bash, this is a tag match, right? Yeah. So Muscle Muffin, Jordan Grace, and Mariah May, Blake Monroe take on JC Jane, who's the NXT Women's Champion. This feels more like an Evolution match. They almost should have did this on Evolution and then had the NXT Women's title on this match. But maybe they figured, hey, we have 3 title matches on this, so whatever. But yeah, JC Jane and Fallon Henley with, of course, Nyx in their corner there. So that will be Fatal Influence. That'll be a good, solid tag match, I suppose. Again, we have the odd couple thing, like Zaruka, sort of, with Monroe and Grace. But it is what it is, man. We'll see what comes of this. And eventually we're going to get Jordan Grace as NXT champ. And then I think she'll feud with a Blake Monroe. Then we have the main event, dude. Oba Femi versus Yoshiki Inamura. Of course, Josh Briggs will be in his corner. And what WWE's done such a good job of for Oba is that they're giving him these matches that we expect him to win. And we know he'll likely win. And he'll probably, more than likely, 99% sure win this match. But in Amura, okay, is so over. And his fucking splash off the top is so good, and he's so entertaining. And this is going to be an awesome match. And I think they're going to have us on the edge of our seats where we're sitting there like, holy shit, Inamura might win this thing. Like, it'll come close. Femi will pull it off. And yeah, this will just be like another solid match under Femi's belt. And then at what point do they go, okay, you got to go to the main roster, Oba? You know, I think they're waiting. It's like the Karrion Kross thing. It's like, why do we call him up right now? We have like Kross sitting there that we can't do shit with yet. it'll come soon. Like there was the rumors he was already getting called up, and then nope, they put the strap on him, and he's been on like a crazy run with this title. So I think when we start to see Cross get some more traction, we'll see Obafemi get some action on the main roster. But until then, he's going to reign with this thing, and it's going to be interesting to see who dethrones him. And also, fucking this match, I think is going to have us all like biting on the false finishes and shit. And I'm excited for it, dude. And if Inamura does pull off the upset, I wouldn't even be mad. But at the same token, I don't know if that's the way to go. Either way, yeah, that's my preview of Great American Bash. I'm looking forward to this card. On paper, it's kind of, you could say it's lackluster. You could say like, okay, we got 2 matches here that are really, as far as like the North American title and the NXT title, but Sol Ruka always goes out there and puts on a great show. Anytime she's in a match that you're kind of sleeping on, she puts on a great show. I know that the Trick Joe Hendry stuff will probably hit. Santana's super over. Troy and Evans, I'm a little worried about, but man, this is developmental. Like, this is a show. This is why they're on this show. They need to be put under the lights and see what they can do. This women's tag match, I feel like, could be on any show, any episode of fucking anything, NXT, whatever. They should have did this on Evolution, I feel like, and then, but whatever. It doesn't matter how I feel. Oh, emotional damage. No. And then Obafemi and Inamura, I think, is going to cook. Right? So we will see if this exceeds expectations. I'm not expecting this to blow me away. Now, stacked up compared to the early AEW show, the early stuff that we know Tony Khan's going to put out there, yeah, I bet you the show is going to be way better if I have to stack it up. Now, I don't know what Tony's putting out there early on, and maybe that gauntlet match cooks, but I can't get over how fucking dumb the stipulation is, like in kayfabe. It's just insulting to my intelligence. It's like if I had to watch the fucking gobbledygooker, I just couldn't get down, you know? Get down, get down, get down, get down, jungle boogie. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Let me check in with what you guys are saying. I think Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influences on GAB to set up the Evolution match between Jane and Jordan. I guess, man. I wanted Cross to join Seth and Braun. Fuck that. You take that back, Leaping Lanny Poffo. I think Grace is an NXT championship match at Evolution. Yeah, she is, but maybe they needed to bolster that show a little bit. I don't know. I don't really know. I want Cross versus Breaker at SummerSlam, and Sammy helps Cross win and turns heel. That'd be cool. Think Saint Starks is going up. I think that they are debating that. I think that here I will say allegedly Cody Rhodes has been putting some cryptic tweets out there that he's not being overly obvious about. I think that's what I think anyways. I don't know shit. So yeah, yeah, Ethan too. I can't see why you wouldn't, but one of them's gotta, but I could also see them not wanting to. I could see Saints being the guy they build up to take it off Obafemi. You know what I mean? Because who else is the guy that you build up to take it off Obafemi? Joe Hendry when he finally gets signed, like when he's finally fully signed to WWE, you know, who? It's got to be Saints, right? Who else? So I think Paige gets like a dirty fuckery win, and then somehow Saints gets a title shot here soon. And then whatever their big PLE SummerSlam weekend is, if NXT does one or whatever, maybe he gets it off Femi, and then you ride with Saints for a bit, and then maybe Saints is, I could totally see him getting involved. Man, Penta's be involved in Punk and Cena segments and shit, guys. So if they see it in Saints and Cody Rhodes is like, that's my guy. I mean, hey, he has a lot of pull. You know, let's just put it that way. Creative control, Brian. So, yeah. I'm also getting Blake Monroe. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Iguana, Evans, who, all hail the Illuminati and Phil we trust. Hell yeah, dude. Mr. Iguana, Jade Parker will win the title from Grace. And the podcast. What about the podcast? Oh, and the podcast. Like, is he dropping low-key shit on the I don't know. No, I think they're too lit. I think they're just drunk and having fun on that show, dude. Honestly, I think that's a loose lip show where they're already getting in trouble with Ryback and shit, saying too much. The Costco guys, yeah, I wanted Cross to join. Briggs is turning. Phil, congrats on 1 million views on YouTube. Let's get him to 7K subs. D, it's 3 million on the Clips channel, and it's over 250,000 on the replay channel, guys. So you all are fucking goated. Okay. We have more shows to preview. But yeah, get me to 7K subs, please. That would be amazing. We're almost there. Okay, I think I talked to chat enough, right? Lowell Fair. Yeah, no, dude, I appreciate it. I just didn't know what you were getting at. Ricky getting on the pod already. I get as a Cody thing, but WWE swings the control of the channel. That's why I feel they move him up or main run. Yeah. I mean, 3 million plus max. We don't even have the max numbers either if we factor in max. Add 30%, Brian. Okay, let's 30% plus max. Exactly. Okay, let's get into something else now. That was the Great American Bash. Did we miss any matches? No, we did not. So the next show that's going on is Saturday night's main event. Do. Here, I gotta pull up the card. July 10, 2025 card. And hopefully they got a Wikipedia for this or some shit. Here, let's see. We're gonna find it. Don't worry, we're in no rush. I suppose. Where is this first one? No, not the 80s. Not 85. Here we go. We got it right. Yeah. Okay. So you guys see that there? Boom. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. So I'll pull up this graphic over now. And they added a match like last minute. So we're gonna have to talk about that. A fourth match, as you guys can see there. And you guys can see this graphic here. So let's hit a breaking news. Who said this? Reviews I seen for Superman are good. Yeah. Wait till I go off on my Phil Marks Out channel about this shit. Wait till I go off, man. And not roasting the movie. I haven't seen it. I'm seeing it tonight, but I'm seeing it in a couple hours. But like, wait till I go off about these motherfuckers who spent the last how many months just talking so much shit just for everyone to be like, well, it's actually good. Yellow Flash, you gonna drop 700 videos saying how fucking good it was and how wrong you were? No, you're not. You're just gonna move on and call fucking Pedro Pascal a cuck and say that fucking Fantastic Four's woke and gay. That's all you're gonna do. It's anyways. That's a whole other thing. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to review that. And tonight I'm doing a Squid Game recording as well, where I break down the whole series with some really fucking cool people. So with Christian DMZ of Who Are These Broadcasts and maybe a couple other folks. And I'm fucking excited for that, man. Anyways. What you going to do when the Illuminati marks out on you? So, okay, let's fucking, let's get into Saturday night's main event. Yeah, I know Wolverine DX. I know he said it was fucking good, and that, but he made 700 videos before the movie saying a travesty. Do I got to pull up his fucking channel? This ain't the channel for this. We talk about this on Phil Marks Out, but yeah, it's like, you know, for months I'm looking at fucking, it's a travesty. It's dog shit. It's aghast. Oh, gadzooks. It's a bomb. What a flop. This is terrible. Before even seen it now, he's like, oh, it's good. Well, what's your video tomorrow going to be? It's just going to be like, oh, Vanessa Kirby says she's the leader. of the Fantastic. Can you believe it? How gay is that? Am I right, guys? You know, that's all it's going to be. And it's just like, fuck. Where's your 70 videos? Oh, Phil, do you make videos putting shit over? Yeah, and they get 300 fucking views, and I still make I still clip them, and I still put them up. So I'm a fucking stand on my business. You know what I mean? Anyways, anyways, let's get into it. Okay. So let's get into acknowledge me for my raw ruthlessness and realness. Okay, breaking news. So we have matches. So this one was added here, chat. We have Solo Sikoa's taken on Jimmy Uso for the United States title, and they added that one like on X or whatever. So I think Solo's gonna defend that shit. We know that someone's name was trademarked as Ethan Fatu, so we got to be on the lookout for another Samoan popping up out of nowhere. And yeah, I think Solo retains that, and we get a bunch of bullshit attacks, all that sort of stuff. I mean, what else is going to happen, right? And that'll be like the schmozzy part of the show. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. The build to this has been short but sweet, I guess. I mean, Drew didn't get a great rating on the SmackDown he returned. It was a fucking tape show, though, so I don't know why everyone's complaining. But Drew, I think, gets an upset win here. And is it really an upset? I don't think so. Maybe the way they've been billing Orton, but I think Drew actually gets a win over Orton here. And just big time shocks people a little bit. LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. I could see this ending bullshitty too, is the only problem. But I just said the other segment would be the bullshitty stuff. But there's gonna be bullshit in the Seth match. There has to be, the way LA Knight's been attacking everyone and stuff, or like attacking Seth out of nowhere. So maybe we just get a couple schmozzy segments or whatever, but I don't even know. I'll give my pick on the day of. I don't even know who's going to win this match because I don't think it fucking really matters. This is just more to get their feud along, because I don't see this being like the end to LA Knight Seth. And if it is, then fuck me, you know? But yeah, I just see this as being like one of many, or like a few matches down the line, or like a couple, not like, oh, we're building up to this big money match, but just I could see these guys throwing down on like a Raw or a SmackDown again, or something like that. Maybe this is the conclusion to it. Maybe they just beat the shit out of LA Knight. I don't know how you, because they listen, if Seth loses against LA Knight, I think that will tell us like, oh, he's going to cash in on fucking Gunther, you know? But if Seth gets the win, then I think that we won't get a cash in to end the show. But whatever happens over these shows, I've thrown out a million scenarios and I've said it a billion times, but WWE is just going to try and grab all the attention away from All In. So what's going to happen? Goldberg's going to win the belt, or like Seth's going to make it a 3-way, or like maybe the LA Knight match doesn't even happen because Breaker and Reed just destroy fucking LA Knight and like injure him before the match, and the ref throws the match out and shit, and Seth's laughing, ha 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 ha, and then he cashes in later, and that's like his big plan or whatever. So he's fresh. It's gonna be something, even if it's like Seth cashes in, Goldberg spears Seth, jackhammers him, Gunther fucking lariats Goldberg, pins Seth. Like, no matter what happens, they're gonna do something to steal the fucking all the talking points away. All right. The Rock comes back and stares down Goldberg or something, or like somehow whatever fucking happens. Okay. It's going to make headlines. So I'm excited for that aspect of it, but I don't know. I'll go out on a limb and say Seth wins, or it's like a DQ or like some schmozzy shit. And then I'll say that Goldberg fucking gets the strap, even if he drops it from a cash in, like right after. Goldberg gets that gold, dude. in Georgia. Georgia. He's going to get the fucking gold, dude. And they're going to trigger the IWC, and all the sickos, instead of saying, oh man, the Bucks just ate it up with and left no crumbs with Swerve and Osprey, they're going to be like, can you believe WWE and their corporate greed? Goldberg, can you believe they put the title while AEW's had Osprey win a match or whatever the fuck? And they're just going to be talking about WWE. And that's the point. They steal the headlines. They're going to steal the attention. The algorithm don't know what it just knows that you're saying WWE, whatever. That's what they're going to do. So I would just put it on Goldberg. Fuck it. I'm a troll.
Are you sure about that?
And that was my preview for SNME as well. Let me see. Young aka AEW fans on Twitter. I'm wondering if they are trying to line it up what happened at the end of the last season on Max, and that's the story they will be doing with the colony in the stadium. Triple H is going to milk the bloodline crap until they get anything else out of it. Yeah, but it's like getting people over. So I don't know if that's a bad thing, right? Like people can complain about it, but if he didn't do that, then Jacob Fatu wouldn't be a thing. And this Tala Tonga guy, I mean, fuck, he looks scary and shit, you know? Like he looks legit, man. So if it was like, and say what you guys want about Solo, but come on, man. He went like a year where he main evented every Raw and SmackDown. Like he put in the work. And I mean, he had Cena put him over in Saudi Arabia and shit. Like we're getting like Tama Tonga might break off and become his own star solo wise with the whole yeah shit. I mean, it's just W's all the way around for the fucking Tongans. You know what I mean? And the Samoans right now. I noticed a pretty big difference from NBC broadcast to the Peacock. Steve Sanchez scenarios likely or Punk. I watch on Peacock. Nothing happens on SNME. That's what I mean. But but something's gonna happen, Kenny D, because it's going head to head with All In. They're not just putting this match on and like whatever, just go out there and have a match. It's not like that. They're gonna do something to have everyone talking about this show and not All In. That's all they care about. We just read that dirt sheet report saying what I've been telling you guys for the last fucking 2 weeks. Dave doesn't understand a 24-hour media cycle, news cycle. Friday, like WWE has the advantage. They have Friday SmackDown, Saturday 2 shows, Sunday Evolution, Monday Raw. All In's on Saturday. You know what I mean? So, okay, yeah, I'm ready for the body too. He's taller. Goldberg retiring with the belt, with the heavyweight belt is poetic and a nice farewell, but I believe Gunther will win. Yeah, I could see well, yeah, I predicted Goldberg wins, Seth cashes in, and then you just steal the fucking headlines. Retirement ceremony with belt on Raw. Seth cashes in during it. Now that's another thing right there, right? Goldberg has expressed, hey, I might do more dates. And I said that too. Well, what could they do on Raw? The cash-in could be on Raw, though. And Goldberg could make it out with this title. And you'd steal the fucking headlines. Everyone in Meltdown. Then on Raw, Seth cashes in on him. Right? Takes the title. Breaker spear, Bronson Reed splash. I mean, fuck, man, it's right there. You break the internet 2 days in 4 days, 2 times in 4 days, you know? Anyways, we're Fantasy Mark Booking. I'll give us an X-Files, and that's our preview for that show. Around it with So we have Evolution 2. Evolution is a mystery. It's a change that no one sees. It's a change that Meltzer doesn't see. It's a change that sells 5,000 seats. Yesterday, so long ago. But not if you're Time Cop. Okay, So let's head over here. Let's take a look here. This has been a fun run-in, guys. I'm having fun. You guys wouldn't even believe what I did. I woke up. I made a boot. I have one of these like giant boots that I drink beer out of, Das Boot. And I made like a boot. Well, my wife made a boot full of like iced coffee for me and got me a soda water. And she made me a fucking cheese quesadilla, dude. And I texted her at like 3 a.m. today. And she's sleeping, but I'm up like working. And I text her. I go, babe, when you wake me up, make me a cheese quesadilla and get me lots of coffee. And she fucking did. I don't know why. I was just craving a cheese quesadilla. We had the ingredients, right? So I'm like, make me one of those, please. She did it. It was fucking so bomb. I woke up so well. So Rabid Wolverine LC Killer 17. I want Goldberg to win to see JD and Sala Monster cry like a baby. Dude, you know what we didn't cover on this show that we're gonna like some other time? Dax Harwood like completely going off on JD like a month ago. I completely missed that, you know? Not that I'm like, fuck JD or whatever, but you guys know, right? He's a prominent voice, and we talk about prominent voices in the IWC here in the PWT universe. But yeah, man, I want to see people crying as well. Great wife, pal. Yeah, the best, really the best. Northern, I've seen people dog crap the one who plays Ellie. Okay, we're getting into Phil Marks out stuff again. Miss Marks is a saint, she is. Rabbit, a part of me wants that too. Detective guy, what are you talking about? Okay. It's a PLE that no one will see. Prominent voice, woof. I mean, he is, dude. I mean, shit, I'd love to get his numbers. I think one day we'll get there, but I'm over here now. First I'm over here. I started over here, but eventually I'll be over there now. Oh, go. So, okay. We have an updated evolution card. So let me see. 2, 4, 6, 7. And then we have 7 right here. So perfect. It's the correct amount of matches matching on both Wikipedia and this graphic here. PWT will exceed JD. It's a matter of time. Stick with us. Yeah, give it a year, as they say, right, dude? You think Cross gets booked face or heel? He is the heel. He's doing heel shit. He'll just keep getting booked the way he's getting booked. And then eventually he'll just be like a heel. He'll be like the anti-hero, the tweener. That's what everybody is now. And we would have booed him, which is a good thing. It's not bad to boo people, guys. It's actually good in wrestling. And we would have booed him, but we just want him so badly that we're just going to cheer him now no matter what he does. You know? He could beat up one of those fucking Be a Star kids, and we'd all be like, well, you know, that kid had it coming. Like, for real. We just cheer him. We just want him to get a fucking push already. So... okay. So let's get into it. Okay, let's play a breaking news jingle. Because you know what they say.
Poor people don't like AEW.
And we'll play for the ladies, we'll play a very special. So Evolution is a mystery. It's a change that no one sees. Yesterday was so long ago. I see the lines in the sand. Evolution. I can't remember all the lyrics, but let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. We have the Evolution Battle Royal. 15 names have been named, and there it will be a 20-woman Battle Royal. Okay, that's been confirmed by Nikki Bella on some news program. I think Seacrest and Ryan and Kelly or whatever, right? Who are the 15 participants in the Battle Royal at WWE Evolution 2 this Sunday? So I'm going to read you the names, and then we're going to speculate on who the 5 people could be, the 5 ladies that join the Battle Royal. So from Raw, we have Nikki Bella. We have Stephanie Vaquer. We have Natalia. We have Maxine Dupree. We have Ivy Nile. Okay, so that's 5 from Raw. From SmackDown, we have Zelina Vega, Julia, Candice LeRae. 3 from SmackDown. Actually, Nia Jax. So 4 from SmackDown. Then from NXT, we have 6 names announced. Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, and Nia Jax. Now, there's 5 names that are missing, right? People are like, oh, it's going to be legends and shit. Now, could I see it being AJ Lee? I could. Could I see it being Brie Bella? I really could see that. Could I see it being Tessa Blanchard?
Allegedly.
Could I see it being Masha Slamovich?
Allegedly.
Could I see it being La Hiedra?
Allegedly.
Maybe did Michelle McCool get in the match as well, right? We could see some TNA crossover here. And I'm just throwing that out there. And that's why you see these legends going, no, we haven't been contacted. Because why would you be with this bloated ass roster and you're trying to feature, like, WWE likes Masha Slamovich. I'm going to tell you all that right now. They're eyeing her up big time. So for who's going to wrestle in this match, yeah, I would throw those last 5 up to, I bet they have like 2 legends and maybe 3 fucking names that are maybe outsiders, or they just throw Zelina Vega in there and a couple outsiders or something, maybe Michelle McCool or something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Like, that's a stacked ass battle royal, and then the winner gets a shot at Clash at Paris. So you got to think about that too. Who could get that shot and put on a compelling match? And is it for like your respective brand? That's what I don't fucking know. Okay, the winner of this battle royal will earn a women's championship match at Clash in Paris for the most accurate, up-to-date. Okay, so I just don't know if, like, okay, you get an NXT women's title match, or you get a knockouts title, like a TNA girl comes in and gets a knockouts title match. Now, this is for Clash in Paris, so you got to figure it will be for the world title or the WWE women's title. However, they could fuck around, and who's the NXT women's champ? JC Jane? Who knows? Maybe they backdoor one of the NXT women into winning. Who fucking knows? But you got to assume it'll be like whoever's going after. Because here's the thing, right? Jade already has the shot at Tiffy at SummerSlam. So you got to think like whoever wins this battle royal will likely go after the winner of Io or Ripley. Even though it's at Clash, I just don't see them like they give all the big matches to Tiffy. Like she gets all the she gets Clash and SummerSlam, or is like they're giving Tiffy the bigger SummerSlam and then maybe Io versus like Julia or some shit at Clash in Paris. Maybe Io versus shit. What were the names we just read? You know, whoever's in this thing, I don't know. She could put on a great match with anyone. But yeah. I'm all good with it. Okay, so we have Jade Cargill versus Trinity Fatu, Naomi, in I think it's a street fight or a falls count anywhere or a no holds barred or whatever the fuck, no DQ or last woman standing or some shit. Again, we're going to see Jade come out on top here, but it doesn't hurt Naomi because she will still have the briefcase. So we're going to see Jade, like, you know, put her through some tables or big boot her off the fucking stage or hit her finish off of something through like a crash pad or fucking you know, something's going to happen to Naomi. She's going to get beat. Doesn't matter because she still has that briefcase. And I think when Jade gets that title off Tiffy at SummerSlam, and then Naomi could cash in or even make it a 3-way, or I just see Naomi cashing it on Jade and getting that strap one last time before all is said and done. Or Naomi cashes in and fails and then gets a match against Jade, then Jade beats her, whatever. Either way it works. It's not like they need to jumble the belt all around, but I could see Jade like just not like Naomi cashing in at SummerSlam, Jade barely not getting the title, Naomi having it, and then Jade having to chase her after she thought she's finished with her after this match. Right? That's the compelling storytelling I want to see. Or as far as like that's not the nuances to the story, right? But that's the beats to the story. That's like where we're going. That's the vision, the long-term plan. We want to get to this match, and then we'll obviously fill it in with how we get there. But that's like the motivation and all that shit. So I'm down, and I think Jade wins this thing. We have the 4-way women's tag match. Now, we do have the participants. The Judgment Day, which they're just being called the Judgment Day. Raquel and Roxanne. And then we have Charlotte and Alexa. And then we have Zaruka. They're becoming known as Zaruka, Zarya and Sol Ruka. Then we have the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Now, I'm glad Asuka and Kairi are back together. I like Kairi and Io together a bit better. That's just me. But either way, it's all good. Here's the problem. You have Bliss, who just returned, Charlotte, who just lost the women's title feud. You have Sol Ruka and Zarya, who clearly aren't going to win this thing. And then you have the Kabuki Warriors, like Asuka just returned. So did Kairi. So who do you have win this thing? I think the safe bet is the Judgment Day just make off with the titles. They stay draped in gold, all of them, because, right, Balor and JD got the tag titles back. Dom is the IC champ. You have these ladies with the tag belts. I just say you continue this reign until Liv comes back or whatever, you know, whenever it makes sense. I just think you have the Judgment Day escape, and you just keep building up Roxanne to eventually she's going to feud Liv, and then Liv will turn babyface, and then Dom's going to choose, and da-da-da-da. It'll be good shit. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. Man, this card's fucking stacked for a women's card, dude. This is actually, I'm excited for this shit. Not even one part of me is like, oh man, it's fucking all women. Oh, terrible. That's terrible. I hate women. I shit on women. Yeah. I puke on them. I don't actually. This is jokes, guys. That's what Vince would say. I'm parroting Vince. So, yeah, this tag match, I say Judgment Day makes away with the title. Sorry, guys. 3-way IC title match. Pourquoi? No, I get why. You want to put all the women's titles that you can on the line on this event. But the IC title here, Becky's got it. I just don't see why it would change hands. I think these three will end up putting on a really great triple threat, even though I'm kind of boo-booing on it right now. I think this card is really awesome, too, with like 4 strong singles matches, a battle royal, a 4-way tag match to showcase your tag teams, and then you have 1 triple threat match in there. Like, that's a perfect blend, and you're showcasing so many women, right? Like, we have Rhea Ripley challenging for the world title, and then you go to the fucking battle royal and it's got like Nikki Bella in it, you know? So front to back, it's just like an amazing fucking card, I really think, for the women. It's really awesome. And for Dave to boo-boo on this is just such pussy shit, dude. Dave has more sand in his vagina than all of these ladies combined. After a day at a fucking Saudi Arabian beach. Okay. Over this card, man. So anyways, though, not to get sidetracked on Dave again, we cooked him enough. I'm trying to think, like, I could see, no, they're not going to jump. They're not going to hot potato this belt around. Becky's going to keep it. And then at SummerSlam, we get like a bigger match where like Lyra wins it back on a bigger stage or something like that, night 2 or something. Bailey's sort of just whatever. I mean, she just keeps showing up at every show looking thick as fuck. And I mean, that's what's keeping her mostly talked about, you know? And I'm not trying to like minimize her in any way or objectify her in any way, right? I'm just pointing it out. Like her outfits are going viral, and otherwise she's sort of like the throwaway, like the third wheel of this story. But it is what it is. So I don't see her scooping the belt, right? So it's got to be Becky. I don't know. The build's been like pretty decent. I'm not, you know, Lyra's whatever for me, but her promos are where she gets the most heat and where people have gotten behind her. And I'm not on Jonathan Coachman's camp saying that she's like the worst promo ever. And obviously they're trying to get her over with all this. So I'm just trying to think like, does Lyra pin Bailey or something? But I just don't think it happens here at this show. I think you want to keep that belt on Becky, although it was announced that they're in pre-production or they're about to start filming some fucking TV show that Becky Lynch is on. When do they start? After SummerSlam, I bet. So I think that's where she'll drop it back to Lyra. And hopefully they do it in a cage match or something. Give us something fun at SummerSlam. Give us like one cage match or like one stip match. You know, that's like a throwback. That's what I'm asking for. Bring back the old black bar cage. That'd be fucking cool. No. Evolution is a mystery, and we have JC Jane defending the NXT women's title against Jordynne Grace. I could see this belt flipping here. I could totally see this one flipping here. So I have a title defense in the tag match. I have a title defense in the IC title match. You guys already know with Tiffy and Trish. Tiffy already laid out what's going to happen. First, I'm fighting Trishy at Evolution, and then I'm fighting you, Jade, at SummerSlam. Like, we already know what's happening there. So she's defending. I think Io might defend as fucking well. And I'll tell you, but here's the thing. Rhea's never beaten Io, I don't think. And so this could be where she finally snaps that because she's the dominant. People want to try and go Rhea Hogan. But like, nah, Io's always had her number. So this could be where she finally snaps that. And she's a big enough star where I could see that, man. But also, I could see Io just retaining this thing. Because why not? Again, like, are we trying to flip around a bunch of titles? But they are trying to steal headlines. So I'll say this. If we get like AJ Lee on this show, then Io's keeping that belt. They don't need to do anything extra extravagant. But if there's none of that and it's just like, oh, Tessa Blanchard, maybe like a couple TNA people, and it's like, oh, come on now, Phil. We were promised Gail Kim by Awful. If it's something like that, then and there's like nothing, then I could see Rhea winning it just to grab headlines. But I think Jordynne Grace, to bring it back to her, and I just predicted the other matches pretty much. Tiffy and Trish, zero build. But listen to the reaction Trish got on fucking SmackDown or whatever. She got like the hottest reaction of anyone on that fucking show. So that's why she's doing this. And she can still go, you know? And yeah, I think Io retains, or I'll lock in a pick, but I could see either way, either whatever fucking in this match, either one winning, depending on like what big news breakers on this show. And then with JC and Jordan, I think Jordynne Grace wins the NXT women's title here on this Evolution show. And that's like the big main title switch of the show. Because there's got to be one. There's no way they just defend 5 titles on this shit. You guys know what I'm saying? And that was my you know what they say.
In life, you got to be a hoe.
That was my preview there. Evolution 2 on Sunday, which I am live streaming, guys. So don't forget, I'm going to be live Saturday for all of Great American Bash and all of Saturday night's main event, and I'm gonna go live and All In, and I'm gonna go live Sunday for Evolution. We're gonna preview All In, don't worry, we're gonna preview All In. I just wanted to do WWE first. Wolverine DX says, is Bianca cleared to wrestle for 2? No, or maybe she's cleared, but she's cleared to start like maybe bumping and shit again. Not that it's even that severe. She probably could have bumped this whole time, but I think it's more precautionary. But a lot of people were banged up, and I don't know like the severity of, is she rolling around but just not on TV or whatever? I don't fucking know. But yeah, she's hurt right now, or just resting up some shit, right? People have been critical, myself, of Triple H. Like, you got to let people rest up. And that's why Gable, like, the sheets aren't talking about it. His ankle was fucked up too. It wasn't just his elbow. I think he got surgery on his elbow. And then, here's the thing. I didn't know his elbow was surgery bad. Like with Gable, that could be a fucking work for all we know. But what I am saying is his ankle was like tweaked or something. And, you know, that's not reported on because it's not as bad of an injury, but that's part of it too. Like, he's banged up. And who else? A couple other people, whatever. It's all good. Husey called it out, man, before anyone. He was bitching about that hard. We need Yoshihashi in WWE. Yoshihashi. Man, he looks weird without chaos, man. I don't know. He'd be a beast in WWE. I'm ready for Io to drop the belt. Back in your day, there were only 13 states. Gable, lower back and knee, actually. Gable is out until Mania, at least. Universal, here's the thing. His elbow is fucked up. So maybe it's his lower back as well, but his fucking elbow's banged up for sure. That's like for surely a thing. So he's just banged up in general is the point we were getting at. And quite a few people were, you know, you guys noticed too, as we explained on the show. PLE roster, TV roster. You know what I mean? They kind of played it like that for a while, and you saw a lot of the same guys having hey, you guys see Penta's elbows all banged up too right now, and it's all fucking he keeps it heavily strapped up and padded right now and taped up, right? And that's from splatting on those fucking dives, and he's wrestling every single week, you know? So, yeah, it's Triple H has got to get that under wraps, especially with such a bloated roster, you know? Elbow didn't have surgery, back and knee did. Well, here's the thing. Oh, so the elbow didn't have surgery, because I was going to say, I think the elbow surgery is like a work. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to like speculate on that. So Universal, thank you. If you're spitting bars, Universal coming in here, dropping an exclusive on fucking PWT. Because, yeah, with the elbow surgery, I was like, I don't think it was an elbow surgery, but I didn't want to talk shit, right? So, like, I hit an allegedly, but I'm like, I'm not going to talk about surgeries. But if you're saying it's his back and knee, boom. The elbow, if that's a distraction, or if his elbow's legit banged up, but that's not what the surgery's on, genius, right? As well. And that's the thing with El Grande and Gable right now. You don't know what the work shoot is. You know, same with El Grande. Like, we know Ridge, like, it wasn't Ludwig under that mask the first time, right? And then we're hearing like, well, Ridge was supposed to be under that shit. Now Ludwig's under that shit. It's brilliant. They're just tripping everyone up, and I enjoy it. But it's better to keep the injuries. Like, you don't want the sheets reporting on your health and shit anyways. I don't even like fucking, just give them their time. But yeah, hopefully Gable recovers soon. And there you go. Universal dropping bars there. Hopefully he's not working us, chat, right? And we're falling for the fucking clickbait. No. Yoshi, Tatsu, yeah, Lodi, Tatsu, and Noah. Noah's heating up. We're just killing time for a minute. Kenny, the only time I like Del Rio was when he put the boots to Mystico. Bro, how about them saying Del Rio on TV and shit? I think everyone freaked out, and like, there comes a day when I'll be the one you see. No, there could be a day, man, where we see that guy like get an induction or something. Like, maybe WWE doesn't go there, but shit, man, why would they even mention his ass on their TV? They didn't need to do that at all. They didn't need to at all. I think they did that to test, to dip their toe and say, hey, are people cold to this? Because that's what they're doing with Tessa and TNA, bro. Like, WWE, they want her, you know, they'll take her, but they just got to make sure she doesn't stir up shit and get in trouble. And we've already seen that her and Ariana Grace, like, their match caused some rule change, a talking to backstage or whatever. So she's trying to stay out of trouble and shit. It's very interesting. But yeah, I'm not clamoring for a Del Rio return here either. Don't conflate this into, Phil Marks is trying to bring Del Rio. I'm just saying, like, I don't put it above WWE trying that shit, But yeah, let's get into some other stuff we have, because we have AEW news, and also so let me bring this up. AEW All in Texas card, and let's just hopefully there's a wiki for that. All in 2025. Yeah, here it is. So here's the problem, though. There's only 8 matches announced, right? But Tony Khan's going to add like 7,000 more. You know how he gets down. Like, there's going to be 15 added right before. So I just don't really know, how to preview this. We do the best we can, or how to do picks. We'll do picks like last minute on the day of. But firstly, just quickly, I want to talk about this, and we will, everybody all together now in Ichi Nissan Da.
The best guys, Tony Khan.
For AEW and ROH. So let's share this tab here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2025 Super Card of Honor that is going down all in weekend. So we have TBA versus TBA in a singles match for the interim ROH Women's World Television Championship. They have a fucking interim women's television title. What the fuck, man? And where's the sickos going? Only 5 matches on Super Card? And then people they don't even know who are fighting for the interim ROH. Why have this? The reason you do an interim is because there's a clear fucking person who should fight for the title or be the champion, but the champion's unable to defend the title, right? But it's not bad enough to where you have to strip them, right? And so you crown an interim champion so that somebody in the interim, and typically it's clearly cut and defined, okay? And yes, there can be a tournament to determine an interim champion, but like, what the fuck? You don't need an interim women's television title. Just don't have the women's television title around for a bit. It's crazy. So Nick Wayne, the ROH World TV Champion, is taking on Titan. So this is just half a CMLL show. Pure Wrestling Rules match for the Pure Championship. Lee Moriarty versus Blue Panther. So how long have those two guys held these belts? A tag team match for the ROH World Tag Team Championship. The Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara versus the Infantry. Captain Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. So again, like 2 guys, I'm pretty sure they've already lost to the fucking Sons of Texas. And then we have a singles match for the women's world title, Thunder Rosa versus Athena. I'm not laughing at them. Neither of them are on this fucking show, dude. Like, how does that happen? How do you parade Athena out there? And I called it. Oh, come on. That's not very fair, Phil. When I made fun of Conrad Thompson showing up in his fucking blue sweater looking like a blue chew himself.
Come on now, Eric.
And he's promoting StarCast, and they parade Athena out there to promote All in Texas. Meanwhile, she's not even on the fucking show. Chat me up about how that's a bunch of bullshit, Phil Marks. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? How do you parade her ass out there to promote this show, have her show up then she disappears, then she's from Texas, then you have her show up at your goofy fucking tournament, she loses, and then you have her not even on this show in any capacity at all in. and she's on this super card of honor shit, and she's on this long run, and everybody's like fucking call her up or whatever you guys call it. Like, why aren't you giving her, why did you parade her out there to promote it if you weren't even going to put her on the show? And Thunder Rosa, they're in Texas, so the fucking Latino crossover, right? And they're not even capitalizing on that either. Well, I guess they're in Texas with it, but it's like for All In, though. That's your biggest show. People like Athena and Thunder Rosa. What the fuck? Anywho, there's only a rumor for one. So, yeah, Athena versus Thunder Rosa. Okay. And then what if Thunder Rosa just beats Athena? Is that the time to do that? Or do you like just continue Athena's run? No. And then you have Bandito versus Konosuke Takeshita for the ROH World title. So Takeshita, who's on Dynamite every week, and Bandito, who's on Collision every week, and they're just going to fight for the fucking ROH World title that I bet they put on Takeshita at Ring of Honor here. So there you go. There's the preview for that. Super card of honor. Chat, what do you guys have to say about that? The worst booker is Tony Khan. That's a rough card. Tony Khan would have left the Von Erichsen Freebirds off an 84 show in Dallas. Oh shit. Does ROH even have TV period? Mooses or wild beasts? Yes, indeed. Especially here in Alaska. Sons of Texas versus sons of bitches. What the fuck? Oh, man. Take a shitta. See, I don't call him that, dude. It's Takeshita, all right? Relegated to ROH instead of All In. There's a fall from grace. They probably put Rosa and Athena in that garbage gauntlet match. Yeah, but that's fucking bullshit. They duke it out for the ROH title, then just here's them in the gauntlet. It's fucking terrible. So we don't know what's going to be on the 0 hour yet, do we, either? This is the problem. This is the problem here with this whole fucking thing. I need to hydrate. It is hot. George, that was a fake review of Shark Sandwich, and you know it. I feel for y'all watching that show, y'all. AJ Big Boom's gonna be there, dude. Taking on the Callis family. We know that. Soda water. Yeah, that's true, dude. Pina Colada. Have you guys ever seen the movie Club Dread? Broken Lizards Club Dread. It's like the guys who made like Super Troopers and shit. They made a movie called Club Dread. And one of the premises is like the guy who runs the island, he invented a song that got stolen, and it was like Margaritaville or whatever. And that was stolen from him. And his version was in Pina Coladasburg or whatever, right? And so I always drink pina coladas and I fucking sing that song. And if you like pina colada, but yeah, a lot of people, when you go, like when you're in public and you say to a table like in Pina Coladasburg, like a lot of people are like, what the fuck are you quoting? But Club Dread, it's a deep cut. Pina Coladaburg, yeah, dude. Club Dread is a fucking class. Yeah, dude. Steve Sanchez knows what's up. Yeah, it's a great movie. Piss on that. I'm taking my machete. You guys got to go watch Club Dread if you haven't seen it. I promise. Watch that shit tonight. It's so good. I want Private Party as a part of Street Profits. That's racist. No. What old pay-per-views or indie shows is Tony using to make his personal dream matches? I don't know. And that boy was me. Yeah, and that boy was me. Oh, God damn it. Go and watch that show. Or that movie, rather. I know what's on 0 hour. Okay, Universal, what's up? Fucking, where are you? What's on there? Do you have a list that people are not privy to, or is it on X or something? Guy just shared. Who just shared? Tag me on X or something. Follow me at Pro Wrestle Times on X. At Pro Wrestle Times or something like that. And let's figure it out here together. Universal is Dave. Welcome. Yeah, we got a new mole here. DM me, Universal. If you're dropping fucking bars, let's go. No. But yeah, is there something we can refer to? Because I would love to know. And I'm just chilling for a minute. I mean, I do got to leave. I got to go see this movie in like an hour. But I mean, we're going to chill and hit up an all-in preview show here before we get out of here. But bum 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 bum. Oh no, what is this? Someone tagging me in something. Oh yeah, they're just tagging me on hot news about what Nick Aldis had to say. Okay, I don't know. We're not getting it shared here with us, so it's all good. Universal, you're still a cool guy. Welcome. What is this video John Draper's dropping here? Let's see. Oh, okay. What is this? Who does this? JD from NY going off on Sean Sapp. Expect him to get a phone call. How dare you? Yeah. Okay. We just roasted Dave's ass. Okay, Ricochet's freaking out again. We have Priscilla Kelly saying some wild shit. Sorry, guys, man. Fucking IWC. Every time I think I can catch a break. Oh, no. It ain't over. Okay, guys, let's get into fucking... Yeah, Universal, he dipped out. He told us he knew and he didn't pull through. That's all good. It's all good, you. We still love you, dog. So, okay, let's get into, we'll drop another Ichi Nissan all together now this time, okay? All together this time, okay? We can't fuck around. Ready? Ichi Nissan da. So, let's preview what's here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? We have 8 on Wikipedia, and then whatever's on the pre-show. I assume that the pre-show will have like legitimately 5 matches on that shit. I wouldn't even be shocked, man. They're doing like a 2 or 3 hour pre-show. I could see them stuffing like 5 matches on that shit. So we'll, I guess, react to those on the day of. We have people in the comments saying, is Edge hurt? You know, I don't know what's going on with Edge. I don't know if he's cleared. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know if he turned down what they pitched him for All In. I don't know why Christian Cage isn't on this fucking show fighting Edge or something. That should be the match. I have no clue, but listen. I don't think Edge is in AEW that much longer. Again, I don't want to sit here and be that fucking, I'm not trying to dirt sheet everyone up, but I've been talking this shit for like a year now on this show, okay? I don't know if he's like really vibing with everything. Like he puts it, he's like, yeah, it's a good job and all that shit, you know? He doesn't sit there and blow anybody or blow Tony. He doesn't get in any drama. And his injury time, I think, might have frozen him up. But I know that when they froze Phoenix's shit, you had people looking at contracts, man. Britt Baker's one of the people I threw out there. Look at what all the speculation is now about her and everything. She's trying to get out and all this stuff, right? It's because I think that Ray Phoenix stuff freaked some people out. People with, you know, the people who were actually stars in the biz, some of them, and Edge being one of them, like, hey, oh, guys, could they do that to me in my contract? You know? So who knows, man? I don't even think he'll be there that much longer, to be perfectly honest. So we start with the women's casino gauntlet match. I don't know who's all in this fucking thing, so we can't even really predict. I think we will see like Mara Sade or a Priscilla Kelly or one of these names, but just like maybe not Priscilla Kelly, but just one of these folks who are recently released, but they won't be signed on full time. Okay. They won't be like a full-time AEW Ring of Honor person. They'll be like a one-off. And then I could totally see like Giovanni Vinci or something showing up in the men's casino battle royal or the gauntlet, right? MJF versus Mystico versus Briscoe. Those are like the three main guys in the gauntlet match that it's sort of built around, you know? And because of that, I feel like one of them has to win it, but it's Tony Khan. So yeah, I would have Darby come back and win this shit just out of the blue, the way we fantasy Mark booked it. But again, we don't really know who's in either of these matches, so we can't really predict or talk about them. And the build's been shit. The build has been, hey, Mark Briscoe and MJF are feuding, and they're both in this gauntlet, and no one else has stated why they want to be in it, what it means to them to be in it. You know,
hi, I'm in here.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
I'm here now because it looks like you're.
Yo. Hey, how you doing, buddy? And guys, joining us on the show is our guy JJ Alexander. Round of applause, man. How you doing, my good friend?
I am so blind right now. Everything is a blur. I had to have the wife help me like log in. They just gave me injections in both my fucking eyes again. So I'm like, everything is just like a blur.
Man, speaking of a blur, this casino gauntlet match also joining us. Awful Wrestling just in time for the main event of the evening, ladies.
My man.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. Yeah, talk awful so I can
Let's talk. How about now?
Yeah, there we go. I can
have a talkie talk.
So, listen, we just started. We're gonna start over. Let's get a yeah. 'Cause I didn't really say or preview shit. I didn't really say or preview shit yet for this card. The women's casino gauntlet match. Okay, we have
Can't wait for it.
I was just saying, we have no build for it. We don't know really who's in it. And all we know is that Thunder Rosa and Athena might be thrown in it, according to Tony Khan. And, we don't know shit about it. We don't have any wrestlers the last few weeks talking about what it means to be in this gauntlet and how they want to earn their shot and how, we haven't heard like vignettes of like, I'm entering myself into this because I want to prove or anything fucking like that, building this up whatsoever. So there's not much to say about it. JJ, what do you expect from this women's casino gauntlet match? Just any thoughts on it? We don't know much about it, so
there's gonna be a bunch of fuckery. Have they announced if like the winner gets like a title shot? Or
yeah, I think both of the winners gets title shots is like the idea behind these things.
Okay, so we have no clue who's gonna be in it, other than sadly my girl Isla Dawn is probably gonna show up in it, but get that money, girl. But it makes me sad to see her stooping to being there, because that's going to be the thing. Is the casino gauntlet is where like, here's the surprise ex-WWE person, fucking Ricochet just showed up in the one at Wembley. So it really doesn't matter who fucking wins it, because that they're not going to go over on Mercedes.
I think that we will get one of those ex-WWE women in the match, but and Isla Dawn I could see staying on for a while, but I could see someone popping up who's just like there and then not there again, like next week. Like they're just in it for this match,
right?
In the women's side of things, awful.
Who do you guys think it'll be?
Well, I don't know. I see like maybe not Shayna Baszler because she's producing an NXT and shit like that, as we covered earlier. But I think we could see like a Priscilla Kelly or like a Mara Sade who just come in and then like they're just in this match. Then they're not actually signed to AEW.
I don't think we're going to see Priscilla Kelly.
Yeah, but they're not going to be signed to AEW necessarily, and I could see Isla Dawn coming in though and just getting like signed full time with AEW though.
She'll
Like,
get signed full time and then get relegated to fucking ROH.
Ring of Honor, yeah, to fight Athena and shit.
If Tony was smart, he'd get if Tony were smart, he'd get Ronda Rousey. How about that?
Ronda ain't doing shit.
She can't wrestle, bro,
Yeah.
with all of her CTE stuff that she's in her book, her memoirs coming out. Yeah,
I had no idea.
She's having seizures and shit, according to her. I just don't think that's or
All right, well, who's
whatever.
next
Maybe
on the
not
table?
seizures, but
Who else we got?
but who do you think? Like, Awful, what's your thoughts on the casino? Like, any predictions? Any like, here's my thoughts on it. Just we don't know much about it. Like I said,
Yeah, I think they're going to get. Is Thekla in the damn thing or what?
I hope
Or
so.
Tekla, whatever.
Thekla.
Yeah. If she's in it, yeah. If she's in there, she's winning. That's what I.
She should win, but the thing is, she's already getting super over on her own, which is why she's already gotten relegated to Collision because Mercedes smells fucking blood in the water, and she knows that, if they have Tekla go over and put them up, Tekla is going to outshine Mercedes, and then like the Mercedes is going to get on another level of Jeff Jarrett heat for fucking going over on Tekla so soon.
And the other thing too is that whenever somebody gets over and it's not like Tony's idea or you don't make him think it's his idea, he fucking buries it. Always. It's what happened with the Acclaimed, it's what happens with fucking everybody, man. He always pulls the trigger too late. But the men's gauntlet, okay, pretty much this has been built as a singles feud between Briscoe and MJF, and then a singles feud between Mystico and MJF, and then again, like the women, we don't know shit else about why, like anyone's vocations, hey, what this means for me to be in this match. Also, in the build-up, we saw MJF compete in a fatal four-way and win. Why would anybody want to be the second person in this match? Now, I know in kayfabe, we're supposed to believe like, oh, well, the first two people could pin each other and then the match is over. It's first fall to a finish. But the problem is that's fucking dumb because we know there's 15 guys back there. Like, I will suspend your disbelief.
Right.
No, because we know that at least 10 to 15 people are going to come out in this fucking thing. Because we know that Tony Khan has like Kojima back there and Zack Sabre Jr. from fucking. We know what he does with these matches. So no, there's going to be like 10 guys. You're not going to insult my intelligence and make me think that 10 guys aren't going to come out. So no, MJF, unless he thinks what he's going to beat the first guy in 2 minutes. No, that's never happened. That's dumb. That doesn't make sense. Why would MJF want to fight in a match? Why would you want to be number 2 in this match? Fucking dumbest thing ever. So, like, any predictions? My prediction is this is how they could really make a moment at All In, and George Capture pitched this one, okay? Darby Allin shows up as the final entry in this casino gauntlet. He just throws his body at everyone. Coffin drop, hit you with a chair, hit this guy, blah, boom, boom, boom. Pins someone, wins it. End of the fucking show. Moxley beats Hangman, and then Darby cashes in right at the end of the show and fucking pins Moxley, and then they end on this big.
I originally predicted that.
But hey, listen, you can say that, Awful, but here's the thing: what else? And we talked about it earlier. Unless they bring out Brock Lesnar, what the fuck can they do to like have everyone go, "Holy shit, I didn't see that coming"? Like what else do they have?
You want the answer?
What else do they have?
You want the answer? You present Darby at the end of the show. Don't have him win no goddamn casino battle royale or whatever. I understand that you guys want to see a new champion in place, but Moxley's winning, and then it's going to be the specter of Darby Allin showing up to be like, "You're next, motherfucker," or whatever the fuck he says, and that's how you get off the show and go to the scrum.
Didn't it get just released like 2 days ago that Darby got fucking hurt in like a car wreck or something after he got back from Everest?
And that's why you just have him sit there.
Yeah.
So I think that was the plan, but I think now Tony has to fucking pivot because Darby's fucking hurt again.
Yeah, that guy, man. He's got to.
And where does this leave Hangman, by the way?
He doesn't give a fuck. Hangman doesn't care. We already heard this story. Him and Ospreay are like, "Oh man, you win the belt. No, you win the belt, bruv. No, you win the belt. I insist. You win it." Like none of these guys want to take the ball and run with it, and that's why I at least appreciate Mox, because he at least will fucking step up and carry the ball. He's like, "I'm going on vacation," and then they're like, "Well, Tony Khan's like, well, I fired CM Punk. Okay, fuck it, I'll come to work. Like, at least he takes the ball and carries with it.
Moxley is proud to be the lowest rated world champion in AEW history.
I agree. And Hangman's proud to be the guy like, no, I insist you win the belt. And Ospreay's like proud to be the guy who's like, bruv, I'll just fight the Young Bucks, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, it's silly, man. It's really silly.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who wins this shit because because the Darby plan has pretty much gone to shit. I'm still of the belief that we're going to get that stupid fuckery with Ospreay and Swerve inserting themselves into the main event after they become the new EVPs.
You think that, but that's like heel shit for them to do.
No, because they're going to be like, we fight for the people, so the two of us are chopping in, so that way Moxley has less of a chance of retaining.
And then they help Hangman. But then how do you explain it on Dynamite? Tony Khan comes out. You're no longer the EVPs. I'm actually with the Elite. And we usurp you with power. I'm evil.
You know what the problem with
that's going to happen anyway.
You know what happens? You know what the problem with that scenario is? If Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland win, that means it's resolution. There is no tension. But if they lose their match and they don't get to wrestle for the championship for a year, you have at least something to write. What are you going to do? Like, are Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland going to be babyface EVPs for the next year or whatever the hell?
I don't see happening.
No, I don't see it happening either. They're going to lose.
Unless that happens, but then, like I said, Tony Khan comes out on Dynamite and turns fucking heel. Do it, Tony. Do it. Give me
the whole
content.
angle is just trash anyway. Like, let's call it spade here. But yeah, there's no saving this. I think Tony probably wanted Darby to be the shining moment at the end, but now he's fucking hurt. So God knows. And even if he limps his way to the finish line and is there, it's still Darby Allin. He's not a fucking draw. He doesn't put asses in seats. I know, but
you know that Tony Khan is going to fucking put that world title on him at some point. You know he's going to do it. Here's the other thing that's crazy. No Samoa Joe on this fucking card. How does that happen?
You fucked up. You fucked up. Because he's old and fat.
He's like the only proven commodity in the company. He's the only.
He's not a fucking draw either. I don't care what.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Samoa Joe is not a fucking draw.
Yeah, he is, dude. You look at anytime he's on, he does their better ratings, for AEW. And when he's in the main event against Mox, they draw. When he's in the main event against Mox in a cage, they do a 5,000 seat house. When Moxley's in Cincy, his hometown, is the hot heel champion defending against whoever the fuck last time they were there, he draws 1,200 tickets. He sells 1,200 tickets. That's Joe who got them 5K people in that house to watch that cage match. It's no one else, man. You can look at the quarter hours. Joe's that fucking guy, man. I think they should be.
I just closed my eyes and I had a nightmare.
What?
Do you know? Because you guys were talking about Darby Allin so much and because he's hurt and all that, you know who's going to be the replacement? Fucking Orange Cassidy.
Oh, no.
Well, that's the rabbit that Tony hasn't pulled out yet, who he really wants to put the fucking title on. You're right. You're absolutely fucking right, Awful.
If the world title went on Cassidy, I'll stop watching AEW.
It's gonna happen.
It'll be done. Yeah.
Awful just called it. Yep. With Darby out, that's what's gonna happen.
And you got to think, what's the over-under on a fucking how many matches into this thing before Jack Perry, the lights go out, Jack Perry shows up and kicks someone in the balls? Does that happen during the EVP? I think that we were talking about it before. I think in the EVP match,
yeah, probably.
I think during the Young Bucks match, the lights go out, Jack Perry, the ref is like Bryce Remsburg's laying on the ground for 12 minutes. The lights go out. They come back on. Jack Perry, or after the match, and Jack Perry kicks Ospreay in the balls or whatever, costing him the match. And then Jack Perry's back and he gets booed out of the fucking building. And then he's with the Elite and shit. And then they keep their EVP status. I totally see that being what happens in that match because Jack Perry's got to return on this card. And he'll be wearing a shirt that says like "Cry Me a River." He won't be over the Punk shit. I already know. So we jumped a bit ahead there, but
Yeah, sorry.
But no, it's not. Don't be sorry. We could just talk about it, man. It's way better to do it this way, anyways, because this card's all over the place as it is. We have the patriarchy though versus the Hurt Syndicate. So we have Nick Wayne and Christian Cage, just because for some reason they can't get an Edge Christian match at fucking All In. They can't figure that out.
Wait, I thought we're not getting fucking Jet Speed against the Hurts. We're getting Patriarchy against
they're
them?
in it. It's a 3-way World Tag Championship. So it's Jet
When did that
Speed.
happen?
I don't this is the problem, man. It's just on the fly. This happened last night.
Patriarchy ain't been on TV in a fucking minute, and all of a sudden, boom, tag titles?
Yeah, and Nick Wayne's defending his title at Supercard of Honor or whatever. They just randomly get a tag title match. What happened to Christian cashing in? Did that happen or did that not happen? I forget.
That didn't happen. Oh, God, that didn't happen.
So, like, this is what I mean. But he's just in the fucking tag match, and he's going to cash in. But we're talking about someone in this year's gauntlet cashing in. It's all over the place. It's fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And then when does Christian's cash in end? So there's just whoever wins the men's casino gauntlet has a cash in, and Christian has a cash in. We have multiple Money in the Banks here. It's like the women, but it's just two guys.
Oh God.
But yeah, anyways, though, the patriarchy are just thrown in the shit. Imagine this. You have fucking you have Lashley and Shelton Benjamin and MVP in your company. And the best you got for them is defend the tag belts against Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey and Nick Wayne and Christian Cage in a last minute thrown together 3-way. You don't have a fucking Samoa Joe versus Lashley in one of those MMA shits they did with Wardlow and Hager or whatever. You mean to tell me you can't? You don't have fucking Joe versus Lashley for the whatever title? Like how? You know, like, but you guys get what I'm getting at? Like, you don't have Lashley versus fucking even like Osprey in like a big marquee. Like, they couldn't have built this shit up any better. You got Benjamin and Lashley as your fucking tag champs fighting Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight, who were thrown together because they debuted the same week.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck, man? What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I think this is. I think this might be a sneaky way. They made it a 3-way. This will be a sneaky way for them to take the fucking tag belts off of the Hurt Syndicate without them getting pinned, because they're too over, and there is no tag division now that's worth a damn.
Right.
This way, fucking Tony can actually fucking he can do his fantasy bullshit of trying to put Lashley in the fucking title hunt and fucking put Shelton in the fucking Continental Classic.
Yeah, but he was already in the Continental Classic, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, he was last time, and it's just like, fuck, you know? Like, okay, we're going to just do that again. Everything's repetitive, the same fucking people. I don't know, man. Everything's just repetitive, and this is thrown. Like, the fact you have these two guys on your roster and you're giving them millions of dollars, and this is what you come up with, that's fucked, man. So we have Adam Cole in a TNT Championship match against Kyle Fletcher. I mean, you have to put Fletcher over in this match. Not that it's going to help him tremendously, because he's going to give Adam Cole all of his fucking moves, and he's going to kick out of all of Cole's fucking moves. But I do like that Fletcher. I like Fletcher. I like that they're building him up. He's their guy, and I want to see him win this fucking title at this show. What do you guys think?
I mean, we already saw this match.
I know.
And like we saw, we saw Fletcher hurt Cole, so yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It's the TNT belt is just the hot potato belt right now. So yeah, whatever. It means nothing, especially considering the fact that, we're just introducing belts left and right here. So yeah, whatever. Put it on them, and then people will forget about it, just like how people have forgotten that Adam Cole's a TNT champ right now.
Yeah, I want to see Fletcher feud.
Certainly
Scorpio
did.
Sky. I want to see a Fletcher feud Scorpio
Shut
Sky.
up, Phil. Stop. Like, what is
Scorpio Sky's
Scorpio fucking Sky?
Yeah.
Are you serious, Phil?
I'm dead serious.
No.
Cut transmission. Stop transmission.
Guys, we're trying to build fucking talent here. Like Fletcher needs to go over guys who like can work and are veterans and get wins over guys who might not be here in the next 5 years or whatever the fuck.
Phil, there's a problem with that statement. Every match in AEW is a competitive match. So
I know that aspect,
it doesn't
right?
really matter.
We're talking in a perfect world here, okay? If I had the fucking pencil and we could fucking actually build this guy up correctly, which I do give Tony Khan credit. Like, he features Fletcher a lot, and he's not the worst guy. He has fucking size. He has a look.
He features Fletcher as a favor to Ospreay.
As like, no, I don't know. I think Fletcher would be one of these guys.
Fletcher is to Ospreay what Jade Cargill is to Cody.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Fletcher, I think, like, let's say him and that other dude were in a fucking tag team.
Yeah.
Tony, and they had nothing to do with Ospreay. Tony would have scooped those guys up. Mark Davis or whatever, if they were doing the indies and shit the way they were. You know, he loves all those international fucking, you know that, dude. So he just scooped this.
You know
kid
what
up
changes?
eventually. Listen, I'm not even saying he's
change-
building Fletcher right. It's mostly Fletcher getting Fletcher over. Sorry, Awful, go ahead.
Fletcher needs to do. JJ understands this part. And I'm trying to remember if there was somebody else who did the same. Oh, it's kind of like when the Undertaker opened up his robe and there was a goddamn American flag underneath it. Or that time when Lex Luger showed up on the USS Enterprise. All of a sudden, Fletcher needs to do something like that. I'm sorry, the Intrepid. Thank you, sir. But come on now. I mean, Fletcher needs that type of turn where it's just like all eyes on him. If he can dethrone Moxley, you might have something there, but don't just make him like, oh, he needs to beat this guy and that guy and this guy and that guy. If he's ready now, and Phil thinks he's ready now, then have him face the world champion. Like, get him out of this faction, just do a complete overhaul of his character and have him come out as some sort of baby face, a conquering hero for AEW. I don't know, but
a good possibility.
As it stands now, it sucks.
Yeah, I think he's a better heel, but it's all good. We talked about the Young Bucks and Swerve and all that. We have Katsuchika Okada and Kenny Omega fighting for the AEW Unified Championship, which Tony Khan went on record and said
I can't
that
believe this.
Both of these titles lineages, like, we might see the champion walk around with all three titles. And like the lineages live on through this title.
Airports.
Yeah, and then they're gonna do the Continental Classic still and all this shit. So there's no
these
point.
Belts
And
aren't getting unified at all.
Yeah,
they're just
like
making another belt and calling it the unified belt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Like, what's the point of calling it the unified belt if nothing's even unified? You know,
It's just it's Tony
communist
making more
world
belts for the sake
championship.
of making belts.
the communist title. So yeah, I don't know. I think Kenny Omega will win this thing, though. If I had to fucking bet on it, what do you guys think? Quick predictions. I gotta see Superman in like half hour. Quick predictions.
Because Okada doesn't want to fucking work one day a week. So yeah, he'll probably be like, I got my money. I'm good. You got Ibushi here now. You got your token Japanese guy. I'm taking off for 6 months.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
You agree? You concur? Omega gets the W.
Yeah, I mean, because he's the one got to work. He's got to rebuild his cachet. Okada's been on TV every fucking week, and he's quite boring.
No one cares.
Whereas, no one cares. And now it's time for the Omega Project. So we're gonna find out if he can do 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks at a time.
Kenny gonna be belt collector again.
So we already covered the World Championship match pretty much. We gave our predictions. I don't know. I think I could see them just doing the safe thing and having Adam Page win this shit. But yeah, like if Moxley wins, it's more compelling that way, as tired as everyone is with, but we've seen this match 80 billion times, Texas Death. You guys gave your predictions, right? You guys think Moxley walks away with this fucking thing?
Moxley wins that match, but then they do something. And I just realized, like, because we laid the things out, what if like Tony just tries to put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag and does some shit where, let's say Page ekes out a win, but then here comes Christian to cash in, And Christian lays out Paige, takes the belt, and as he's celebrating, here comes fucking Orange Cassidy with his gauntlet shit and beats Christian and walks out the champ. Because that's some super indie-rific stupidity that Tony would pull.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing's ever really as it seems. Like it's not typical wrestling. Like he books in his own crazy way. So I could see some bullshit like that too. But the AEW Women's World Championship of Wrestling, Mercedes Moné versus Tonya Storm. So do you guys think she does it? Mercedes wins this and completes her collection and wins the AEW Women's World title? We're all in agreement.
Wet?
Yeah, exactly. We all agree that that's what's going to happen, correct? Like there's no other thing that could possibly happen that makes any fucking sense that Tony Khan or Mercedes or what anything. This whole fucking thing has been building to her winning this title here tonight. So, I mean, it's largely predictable, but Awful, what are your thoughts on this thing?
I would write it as Tony Storm would lose. Obviously, Mercedes Moné is not going to make that a possibility. But if you have Tony Storm win, you have now see what happens is that you can do an entire 6-month program. Walk with me, like Razor Ramon in his losing streak with Mercedes Moné. She wants to become a babyface in the next year. That's how you do it. You progressively start losing. You progressively start getting made fun of. Then all of a sudden, your heat becomes empathy. And by next all in, you could possibly face a evil Tony Storm or an evil whoever the hell and become a conquering hero. But we know that won't happen. Moné in 5 games.
Yeah, exactly. She takes it home. So speaking of taking it home, ladies and gentlemen, that was the preview for All in Texas right there. I think we're all in agreement on the fucking the women's world title match, and for most of the card, a couple disagreeable moments there, but all good. At the end of the day, we know he's going to add like 15 more matches to this fucking thing. That was our preview right there.
Right, because we still got a live Collision tonight where they're going to add matches.
Exactly. So, I mean, we'll do another preview, I guess, the day of. It's wildness. Guys, I want to thank you for being here. I got to go see Superman. Listen, check me out on Saturday and Sunday. I'm streaming both days. I'm streaming all this stuff. I'm going to have 2 screens set up. You boys are welcome to pop in.
Oh, absolutely.
You can follow my friends here. JJ, why don't you tell them where you can follow where they can follow you and plug your show quick.
So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at JJ_Alexander. You can find my YouTube channel. It's the Full Circle Radio Network. That's at Full Circle Radio. The wrestling podcast I co-host on there is called White Heat. We also have a few other programs on that, but yeah, come check us out.
Excellent, man. I appreciate you so much for popping by. And Awful, man, thank you for coming as well. Everyone knows they can follow you at Awful Wrestling, AEW Full Wrestling. But you got anything else you want to plug?
I'm about to host a show called Black Heat. Look out for it.
There you go. Black Heat, yeah.
Motherfucker! I had you up, yo!
Black Heat. Check out Awful Jeopardy on the Awful Wrestling YouTube channel, and check out Toonie Talk Wrestling every Tuesday.
Watch me smoke that ass.
Guys, I'm going to go watch Superman, and I'm recording a Squid Game video on youtube.com/@PhilMarksOut as well. So make sure you check me out over on that channel. And thank you all for being here. Round of applause for my esteemed guests. And until next time, folks. Oh, sorry. Thank you, PWT. Oh, sorry, George. I'm not meaning it. For 10. George says, for a box of popcorn at the movies. Thank you, Phil, for all the hard work you put in for all of us. No worries, man. And George will be with me on the SNME watch along. Vintage George Capture always joins in for the retro throwback. Thank you so much for your support, dude. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I've been going hard with the content, so I really appreciate that. And thanks. I'll grab myself some popcorn, dude. Hey, everyone, drink lots of water. Take care of each other. JJ, Awful, I appreciate you guys for being here. And until next time, I will see you all in the Upside Down and leave you with some Becca. Okay? Peace.
It's Becca, bitch. You're about to get vile. to myself, stacking high green. You're in debt to your health. AARP. Ain't shit old but my wealth. And my oppie's getting dumber every day. Ha! Up in the gym, but I never need a witness. Tonic and gin when I'm working on my fitness. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, yeah, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. I be flexing like the dudes high on tread, all natural. Better give her tens. They say, Blondie, how you getting those abs? Hey, Bobby, let me call you a cab. Long legs, I'm a woman instead. My eggs, fertile, healthy, and femme. My trades, flowing free like the Thames. And my haters getting madder every day. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. Yeah.